Konsipe, a very good afternoon and welcome. And let's catch up again as usual. It's the afternoon, first of the month, February. A lot to discuss. Limited time as usual, but as we always say, self-determination campaign continue until we totally come out of Nigeria. Moki Bubuale Konsipe. Welcome once again as you're joining. Please share the program, invite your friends and family, and ejeka to sọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀ nípa orílẹ̀-èdè tí à ń sọ pé a fẹ́. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé with the little time tí and anything is like we just have to keep catching up, very, very fast with so many development that is happening in Nigeria and around the world as well. But as you always know, this is the platform that keeps you up to date, that takes you quickly to discuss some of these, issues that we talked about almost on a daily basis. Especially in our own land, which is Yoruba land. Nigeria is becoming a joke on a daily basis, but it seems that many Nigerians still do not want to know that it is becoming a joke. But our own job is to keep you, up to date with some of these, developments, so that tó bá di ọ̀la èèyàn kan ní sọ pé àwọn kan máa tẹ̀ dìde nígbà tí oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tí à ń rí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbogbo àyíká wa. Like I said, I've been slightly busy in the last couple of days and weeks, and it's going to be like that. But my team will continue to bring us up to date with so many things that is happening, especially as we continue to discuss a lot. But what we are going to do on this platform is to keep us up to date, even if with our limited time. We were doing back to back. We are still here. We are not going anywhere yet. Koikimedia is a platform that you want to make sure that you keep up to date with what is happening, especially in Yoruba land. So what we do, we still have a few more platforms to Mukiawa, Tonyo Lao, Yakabo. I have probably less than an hour. Maybe I might come back in the night, but as I always say, Bugba Yitibani. Non-Mafishi program, even if it's just few minutes. I've been working. There's a lot of things on my desk that I'm clearing as quickly as possible. But one thing is, the movement is the most priority for me. While we're also going to be offline, there will be other things that we'll be doing. I'm not going to show you, but I'm going to be playing the soundtrack of what is now becoming not a joke, but a reality. I mean, kódà àwọn ọmọ Igbo gan fi wá rẹ́rìn nísìn pé kò tán yín, a sọ fún yín pé Fúlàní ń bọ̀, kàkà kí gbogbo wa kí a jọ sọwọ́ papọ̀, àwọn ọmọ Igbo là ń bá jà. And I always say all the time, without mixing my words, I don't have a problem pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ Igbo. Wọ́n fẹ́ lọ, let them go. Ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà lọ. But problem tí mo ní ni pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kọ̀ọ̀kan tún sọ pé no, ẹ má yẹ káwọn ọmọ Igbo lọ. That will become a big friction and never get out of it. So our best bet is everybody go their separate ways. So soundtrack, maybe I should play these to start with. I'm still trying to get the authenticity of whether this is the old video or new video, because we're very, very careful. Many times people send a lot of different videos, and sometimes those videos are not new, especially Arise Television. Arise actually used one of our videos from Koikimedia, even though they didn't take permission, but our man do videos one. That was one of our rallies that we've done. It's not a current rally, but could seem too bad if we have the mainstream media literally talking about our plight. But problem on mainstream media all the time is that they keep coming back with these narrative. I've done a program on that. I'll continue to highlight it. It's important that Bubu media as well know. We continue to say we are not secessionists. We are not, separatists. We are those that want the right to self-determination. But each time, see, our mainstream media in Nigeria, Toban Soro, Intoman Sava Lo, we are secessionists. We are not secessionists. There's a difference between secessionists and the separatists. I've done a program, I've talked about it. So, you know, about followers, believe, because not everybody believe in the breakup of Nigeria. So those of us that believe in the breakup of Nigeria, we must never use the word separatists or secessionists. We are self-determination. Kinship APC, Kinship PDP. We're not political parties. We are people that want our rights to be respected, you know, by coming out of Nigeria, because Nigeria is not working. There's no amount of, you know, Adura Tefeshe for Nigeria, you know, that is going to make Nigeria to work. So Nigeria has come to its expiration. The best bet is pe koluka lukumalo. Kalo deal pelura wa, kalo deal pel region wa. America, I mean, more vantage, more muted. America has its own problems, just like you know, the rest of the world has its own problem. But Tawabashi Nafiwa in Nigeria, come afiwa yawo kawon come agbadun, kamari won lori television, kama gbo pe wo ji billions, ko ji trillions of naira, you know, and then some of you still want us to remain in that contraction. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what is wrong with us and why we don't want to really come out of Nigeria, because this is a country that has made a lot of our problems. Lati joto ti da Nigeria sile, you know, it has not given us peace. Kò sẹ́ni kankan tó lè jáde ní wákàtí tó lè sọ pé Nigeria fún òun ní peace. Tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n fẹ́ yín ní peace gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Nigeria, torí pé bóyá ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ àwọn olórin tó ń kọrin, ìyẹn ló fi ń fún yín ní peace. Bí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́rin àwọn Christian tó ń fún yín ní peace, because sometimes you listen to some of these music, they're very beautiful, they could take you into the spiritual realm. But the reality is, ìlú yóò ṣiṣẹ́, it's not working. So why are we defending a country that is not working? Ìyẹn ni problem tá a ṣe ní pẹ̀lú àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀. Tó bá gbé election lọ sí Èkìtì tó pa ọba, ká máa gbọ́ a bit of the soundtrack nísìn. Trust me, many Yoruba people wọ́n máa vote. Because mo rántí nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe election Èkìtì state, ó dà pé Èkìtì àti Ọ̀ṣun, ó dà pé election wọn wáyé, a gbé wọn lọ sí court, a ní kò ní selection. Kódà àwọn kan fi dápara, wọ́n ní rọ́lá ń pa, wọ́n ní bàbá Kítóyè, kódà oríṣiríṣi orúkọ ló ń pe bàbá yẹn, wọ́n ní bàbá yẹn pé kódà ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú APC, kódà wọ́n tún sọ nísìn pé bàbá yẹn ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re. Bàbá ọ̀dẹ̀ kúrò lẹ́ni Afẹ́nifẹ́re anyway, but it's just that in táwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re sọ ni pé restructure Nigeria làwọn fẹ́. Mo rántí nígbà yẹn, we were going to the court, you know, there was a lot of things that were discussed there, but eventually election, you know, went ahead. Wọ́n ṣe election yẹn ní Lẹ́kìtì, wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe election yẹn ní Ọ̀ṣun state. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fast track. Nígbà tó ti ṣe election yẹn nísìn, yes, we have governors that are there, but they are not protecting us. Àti gbọ́ bàbá wa tí wọ́n bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Koikimedia ní bí wákàtí mẹ́ta sẹ́yìn nísìn, gbogbo àná àlàyé tó bá ti rí interview yẹn, bàbá wa you know, chief tí wọ́n bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ láti ìlú Èkìtì, gbogbo alágbọ́n kan tó sọ. But kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé Fúlàní pa wá la fẹ́ torí ẹ̀ kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. I think a lot of Nigerians, a lot of ọmọ Yorùbá, lọ́kàn ara yín tẹ́ ṣe fi ni pé Fúlàní tó ń wọlé pa. No, Nigeria ti gba identity wa through a fraudulent amalgamation. I will continue to say that because that is the reason tá ṣe fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nigeria. A fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nigeria nítorí pé identity wa gangan, the real identity tí Elédùmarè fún wa, ó ti gbà kúrò lọ́wọ́ wa. So nǹkan mi là ń jẹ́, à ń ṣe Nigerians. Yorùbá ni wá, Yorùbá ni àwọn ọ̀ràn wa tẹ́lẹ̀ kó tó di pé ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà gbéra dé. So until tí a bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí make sure pé we specifically say that continuously, yes, Fúlàní wọlé pa wá, tá bá gba ìlú wa, a ṣá lọ protect the borders wa, a lè protect the economy wa, a dẹ̀ lè defend the territorial ground ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Mo ń gbọ́ Vantage. America spent $800 billion on security. security ò ń ṣe nǹkan tí a máa mú yẹpẹrẹ táwa sọ di buns àti puff puff. Look, you neutralize things that wants to create havoc lórílẹ̀-èdè tí o bá sọ pé orílẹ̀-èdè tiẹ̀ kò wá ń ṣe pé Nàìjíríà ò náwó púpọ̀ lórí security. A ti gbọ́ okay, má bínú, oh, MixLR, yeah, mic me were on. Má bínú, apology for that, and I've spent about 7 minutes. The mic is back on. Please go back there. The mic is on. Thank you so much. Litosha Manda, can you pick comment in here? Stone Cold, thank you so much. I've just picked that up because I mean, Tabanche program. I'm on your mic. Torí MixLR, torí mo fẹ́ máa gbọ́ kẹ́ máa gbọ́ nǹkan tí bá ń sọ nínú ilé mi. Wá tí bá ń ṣe live transmission tí mo dẹ̀ need the mic. So many people are still sharing lórí bíbá MixLR, not the YouTube. So it seems that argument àwọn tó wà nílé tó ń ṣe politics ni pé yes, ẹ fẹ́ Yorùbá nation, but ní tẹ̀lé yín because àwọn tẹ jọ ń ṣe I believe. Máa wonder pé okay, ṣé àwa náà believe nínú APC nígbà kan ni? I mean, for those that believe in the election, at least I have the grace to always say that because èmi ò sílé nígbà tẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ politics. Àwa ti travel kúrò ní Nigeria. I left Nigeria in 1998. Politics ò padà until 1999. So the question tẹ wá ń sọ ni pé yes, intertin ṣe bọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ nìyẹn. Àwọn tá believe nígbà yẹn náà kò, I mean, ìbáwọn ló ń disappoint wa nísìn. So kí ló wá prove difficult tá bá wá ń sọ nísìn pé ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sẹ́yìn ká fi ọ̀rọ̀ politics Nigeria sílẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kúkú wá ṣe politics lórílẹ̀-èdè tiwa. Kájọ gbogbo wa kò máa ṣe politics yẹn, àdá political party sílẹ̀. Kódà èèyàn lè jáde as an independent. Ìlú yìí nísìn election bọ̀ ní next year la máa ṣe election ní UK. Mo lè jáde as an independent candidate. Màá dẹ̀ kọ manifesto mi síta. Màá sọ pé nǹkan báyìí ni mo máa ṣe fún aráàlú. Àwọn aráàlú ló máa wá lọ wo pedigree mi, integrity mi, ibo ni mo ti ń bọ̀, kí ni mo ti ṣe rí. Wá sọ pé okay, as an independent person, àdìbò fún ẹ. So gbogbo yẹn náà ló máa ṣe padà wáyé tá bá gba country tá ń sọ yìí. But kò ń ṣe torí Fúlàní nìkan la ṣe sọ pé a fẹ́ gba orílẹ̀-èdè wa. So like I said, I always love to play this because olóyè ti sọ̀rọ̀ kò dẹ̀ ní sọ̀rọ̀ tán, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ló sọ, but ká kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ brief àwọn nígbà tí I won't show the video, it's too graphic, so please don't ever ask us to show those videos. Ẹ lọ wò níbi tẹ́ bá ti lè wò. Ó wà lórí status me anyway if you want to watch it there. Let's just listen to it.
This is Oba is on heart. I join local governments. When I come straight, you see the argument. Look out to.
So what you're listening to is just the our party, yeah, okay.
Lani people.
Okay.
Look at.
Okay.
Then gone to king.
Okay.
Look at.
So, nínú video tí mo ń play tí ẹ̀yin ò lè rí, I'm sure many of us have seen it anyway. So it is just talking about àwọn ọba méjì tí wọ́n àwọn Fúlàní terrorist tó mú wálẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé gan ni Mr. Akin Games, thank you so much, Stone Cold and the rest of you that darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí the MixLR. The MixLR is just like any other audio version of a program where you can listen, but it saves enough data, so ní láti worry nípa data, so at least you can just listen into the program. A lot of development is still expected while the country is still going on. Bí ó máa wáyé ní fast, mo rí pé Sanwó-Olú ní ó máa ṣe ó máa open red line and whatever line. So all that again is okay. There's nothing wrong, because since Nigeria will take me, we expect development and work to continue until the dissolution of Nigeria. But nígbà tí Nigeria will still dissolve, we also expect a lot from our representatives, well, be it House of Reps, be it the senators that are representing Southwest lọ́dọ̀ tiwa. Mo ń gbọ́ Ted Iwokolo tó ń sọ pé àwọn máa gbé bill jáde pé everybody níbọn láti lè fi protect rẹ̀. So that means pé àwọn representative wa tó jẹ́ senators, which àwọn gangan ni wọ́n dá ìrìn àjò wa dúró in terms of tabashi sọ pé a fẹ́ ní in a diplomatic way, a fẹ́ jà, and all that. So we expect them to be able to bring a bill, either to bring down the constitution, because the constitution bá wá sísàlẹ̀, automatically a new constitution would have to have these clause pé ṣàṣìfẹ́jọ́ wà àbájọ́ wà, ìyẹn kan. It can also have this clause pé ṣàfẹ́ṣe referendum láti fi exit in Nigeria, ó di méjì. It can also look back and review whether the country itself is holding. So what we are saying right now is that àwọn tó jẹ́ representative in the political realm, they are pretending to us, àwa tí a jẹ́ aráàlú, pé there's nothing wrong in Nigeria. Yes, there's pickpocket of problem there, but those problems can be resolved amicably among ourselves. Well, the question to Ekawa be one pé in reality, ṣáwọn problems yìí ṣá lè resolve it bá ṣe ń play politics that and play from the state to the federal to the local government, because we are talking about a country now tí kò lè take care ààrẹ, because Nigeria cannot take care of itself. Nigeria kò lè take care ààrẹ mọ́ débi bó fẹ́ take care èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Nigeria tó ń bẹ níta, because Nigeria, whether ẹni tó ní nationality me or not, as long as tó bá ti denounce nationality ẹ tó sọ pé ìwọ ọmọ Nigeria, ó ti di dandan pé kí Nigeria kó defend mi, kó dẹ̀ protect mi níta. Iṣẹ́ tí Nigeria láti kọ́kọ́ ṣe nìyẹn. Kódà wọ́n bá sọ pé mo jalè níta, Nigeria kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ protect mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí citizen. Wọ́n bá sọ pé mo commit crime, ó gbọ́dọ̀ make sure pé representative wà fún mi, because ọmọ ìlú yẹn ni mí. Now, Nigeria ò tẹ̀ tí lè ṣe yẹn fẹ́mi tí mo wà níta, ká tẹ̀ sọ pé okay, bóyá torí pé distance tèmi àti Nigeria fi wà is about 6,000 kilometers away. That means the distance is a very long one. Okay, àwọn tó wá nílé tí à ń pera wa ní ọmọ Nigeria, kí ló dé tí yẹn tí wọ́n difficult láti jẹ́ kí Nigeria kó take care wa? I mean, government is meant to come closer to us from the local government. Láti local government, láti máa sọ pé okay, àwa lọ sí okay, àwa máa sọ pé federal. But what we have seen now is that wọ́n náà wọ́n ṣe kan láti 1999. We are seeing the pickpocket of it, àfi tá bá fẹ́ parọ́ fúnra wa. But the rapid development tí gbogbo wa expect bó máa wá sí ayé wa kò ní wá o. Every day I open the TV, many prayers is going on in Nigeria every day. Tí bá gbé lọ sí YouTube nísìn, ó dà pé every day prayer. There's nothing wrong in that. It's good for our spiritual being. But in terms of èèyàn máa defend ìlú ẹ̀, wọ́n fi prayer defend ìlú, mistake tá à ń ṣe nìyẹn. Let me see if I can just rewind this back a little bit. To my screen there, I'm going to take it back. Mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́n kan tí ìyàwó mi ará India, torí mo like ọmọ yẹn, mentor mi ni. Ẹ̀yin ẹ fẹ́ fàdúrà fi túnlù ṣe. I don't think we know what is wrong with us.
This is our deposit limits to control this spending. Let's
advert yẹn lọ. Mo kàn fẹ́ ká kọ́ gbọ́n kan tí mò ń gbọ́ lọ.
Just to our India forecast will probably be significant.
No, control to bat one to US. US debt. The US debt is going to create a lot of problem around the world. To debt, you want to make it
205 billion.
Well, the program is just a very
some estimates from 2020.
Okay. Yeah. Now let me take it back. U.S. government is spending about $800 billion. Our one fiadura, afifi protect ilu. Happy New Month, everyone that is joining us. So let's
referring to. The other big risk, of course, is to the U.S. itself. Such high levels of debt will hurt American defenses. Untamed debt could lead to a budget squeeze. The United States is the world's biggest defense spender. In 2022, it spent over $800 billion on defense.
Did you have that? America not 800 billion US dollars. Is to make sure that they can protect not just Americans inside America, but to also protect Americans outside America. And that's why they have military base around the world. Because the first job of the American government is to protect their citizens, both at home and outside. In
contrast, the national debt surpassed 100% of the country's GDP, which brings us to the obvious question: how did the US end up with so much debt in the first place? Ironically, one key reason is America's many conflicts. The post-9/11
American conflict. Sherry, until our Yoruba tabati agree we are serious. Attention politics about attention politics guguru. Our job now is to ask the representative Nile Yoruba, what future are they preparing for us, Gege Biomo Yoruba, in Nigeria? Future will not prepare for us. Future very okay, while some of us are struggling to make ends meet. Whatever we have in our little capacity within the territorial ground of Southwest is more than enough to take care of us. We have the land, we have the climate, we have the weather, we have the people that are very, very intelligent. Then why are we forcing this Nigeria on us? It is because of the colonial rulers. I want to get West. The West doesn't want Nigeria to break. They want Nigeria to remain one. Mali, Niger, àti Burkina Faso, they pull out of ECOWAS. But Mori snip view interview to she in Tikona military junta yẹn de àwọn mama rabon àti gbogbo nǹkan lọ́wọ́ Russia àti Iran. But àwọn tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa, thanks so much Dizima123, and I picked up your email and also your message, and the package has been delivered. Thank you so much. Everybody has different package that they send, and different package needs to be sent to different people. So thank you so much once again. We appreciate you for your love and your concern on the movement. Sherry West, which is what Baba Kitoye, they are talking on the ground. But look, ẹ jẹ́ kí Yorùbá dá lọ, ẹ jẹ́ kí Igbo dá lọ, ẹ jẹ́ kí Hausa dá lọ, ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa ká pín. But actually ní cordial relationship pẹ̀lú yín. We will still be able to work within, with you. Kò mí pé torí pé a fẹ́ pín nílé bá West ṣe. We will still work with them. Ní jẹ́ enemy with them. We don't plan to become an enemy with the West. Ní láti jẹ́ enemy síra. But àwọn West ń wò pé in tó bá mú ìran wa kó pín kúrò lára Nàìjíríà, especially àwa Yorùbá, our development rapid. Maximum within 20 years, a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rí a better country. Tóun náà máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ fún àgbáyé pé báyìí ni a ṣe máa lọ, ọ̀nà báyìí la máa gbà. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè fọwọ́ ti India sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ nísìn. India léni nísìn. Mò ń gbọ́ tí bèbí ń ṣe report yẹn ní bí àjẹta. The economy is going to grow very fast within the next decades. And let me just go and look at India economy growth. Let's look at India. While India's economic growth is expected, Sherry, lára àwọn reason that ṣe fẹ́ lọ lélẹ̀, Sherry tá bá ó nà sí pé Fúlàní pa wá la ṣe fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà. Kò ń ṣe torí yẹn. We must start changing that big narratives. Yes, it's one of the reasons, but that is not the main reason that ṣe fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà. We don't want to be part of Nigeria because we cannot grow as Yoruba people. Auntie me concern message concern me láti I'm not going to give the final location if it's in the UK, but outside, well, probably only show in the audio here. Newcastle or anyway, so nobody knows that. Let me see if I can pick what she sent to me this morning. I don't think some of you understand the magnitude of what we are saying. Okay, I sent something to her, then she replied back with this.
Òtítọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ korò, òótọ́ kúkú ni brother mi yìí sọ. Ní Newcastle wá ń bí bá Yorùbá ló ẹ̀dì gbogbo General Hospital RV.
Did you hear that? Ní Newcastle, which is about less than 3 hours from here in London, Yorùbá ló ẹ̀dì gbogbo General Hospital. And we have General Hospital nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó yẹ pé anáwọn doctors, anáwọn good healthcare medical line, and they're doing very well. Wọ́n wà ní UCH, wọ́n wà ní káàkiri, but they are not equipped enough, and that is why gbogbo wọn jápa. Ẹgbẹ́ àgbọn kan tó sọ tọ́ délẹ̀.
Wa Freeman Hospital wa gbogbo ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ Ondo, àwọn ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú.
Ṣé ẹ gbọ́? Kò wá ń ṣe pé ọmọ Yorùbá kan ní state kan, àwọn ọmọ Ondo, àwọn ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, wọ́n pọ̀ báò ní Newcastle báyìí. I want take care economy ìlú mi tó jẹ́ ti United Kingdom and make kí wọn kó grow. Ìjọ wo la fẹ́ jẹ́ kí tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa kó grow? Ìdí tá ṣe fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà nìyẹn, kò ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé Fúlàní pa wá. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo Fúlàní pa wá yẹn, ìyẹn máa wà lábẹ́ defense budget, just like America is spending about 800 billion. Eye tó bá worth la máa ná níjọ́ náà lọ́n. But tí Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu tó bá fẹ́ ná bí trillions of naira tó fẹ́ fi defend Lagos State, but kò ní owó yẹn tó pọ̀ lọ́wọ́, tó bá fẹ́ lọ yá owó yẹn níta, ṣé mọ̀ pé federal government lè kọ́bẹ̀ pé owó tó fẹ́ yá yẹn ti pọ̀ jù, because abẹ́ Nàìjíríà ní Lagos State wà. Nàìjíríà kéré inú Lagos fúnra rẹ̀, tàbá design Lagos dáadáa, tàbá pull out kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, kò wá ń ṣe Lagos nìkan ló lè fún wa ní revenue. Ondo State lè fún wa ní revenue, Ogun State lè fún wa ní revenue, Kogi, Kwara àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo Fúlàní yẹn àmọ́ nìyẹn. Government ilẹ̀ Yorùbá can deal with that by making sure that owó tá bá invest nínú security ó máa fúnà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo Buratai, the former chief of army staff, tó náà ń ta snake poison. Buratai was able to become a billionaire overnight látara owó bọ́jẹ́tì tó ní kó fi defend Nigeria. Buratai nígbà tó wà níbẹ̀, gbogbo owó tí wọ́n ń kó fún military pé kó fi ra equipment, kó fi ja ogun, pé kó fi defend and protect Nigeria, Buratai àtàwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, gbogbo owó yẹn àmọ́bi tó wà lénìí. Ìdí tá ṣe ń sọ pé tá bá pull out kúrò nínú Nigeria, àwa lọ sọ́ọ̀sì fún owó tiwa, a máa lọ rẹ́ǹtẹ̀ ni, a máa ya ni, a máa ní òkè nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ la ní lórí ilẹ̀ wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe trade by barter. ó yá ẹ̀yin náà wá fún wa ní expertise ti yín, ẹ̀yin ní technology, àwa náà fẹ́ send the satellite wa lọ sókè. Because the first thing you need is to have your own satellite. Muke must be. I won't be able to mention a lot of names because I'm very, very limited with time. But must be Muke Kabosoreto. Murekia to Bibilomo. What we need to understand is that Konshe Fulani Pawalato, no, with a satellite sent to the space. I mean, Elon Musk has his own satellite. Tofi operate loke. That means that we can literally see everything with infrared. Torin láàrin gbogbo forest reserve wa, kama ti sọ pé ní èní ní UK facial recognition ti wà. Kí ló dé tí mo ń drive tí plate number mi, tó máa mú plate number mi, ó máa lọ automatically tó bá jẹ́ pé mo drive by speeding. Wọ́n ní láti ní èèyàn bí last month tó máa dúró lójú títì. It becomes a facial recognition. Wọ́n máa send the ticket sí mi pé Mr. Koiki 60 miles per hour lórí M25 but mọ́tò ẹ̀ yìí ó sáré 75. Tí bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ pé irọ́ ni pé kò sí mo ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, wọ́n ní láti bá mi argue. Wọ́n kódà wọ́n máa sọ fún mi pé kí n lọ click lórí link kan, orí link yẹn ni máa ti rí pé lóòótọ́ mọ́tò yẹn sáré jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. The world is getting already far beyond that. Àwa ṣì wà níbi a fẹ́ protect Nigeria tí kò lè protect economy ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Many people will struggle throughout the period tá bá ṣì wà nínú Nigeria. Lóòótọ́ àwọn kan máa rí ṣe nínú ẹ̀, lóòótọ́ àwọn kan máa rí jẹ nínú ẹ̀, lóòótọ́ a máa bí máa rẹ̀ sí. But in terms of the progression for ọmọ Yorùbá, a lè ever rí progression until we pull out from Nigeria. Ìyẹn ni George Akinola comrade ló ṣe sọ pé Nigeria is the impediment. Impediment yẹn, let me go and look for the meaning of impediment. Tá bá sọ pé impediment, tá bá lo èdè pé something is
Impediment.
Impediment kò ṣẹ́rí ṣẹ́rí àtẹni tó ń jẹ́ ọmọ agbèrò àtẹni ọmọ tó ń ṣe APC àti PDP ẹ̀yin náà gbádùn Nàìjíríà náà. Tá bá ní ká dá sílẹ̀ ká ṣá gbogbo ọgbà ok tó bá pín owó fún wa nísìn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ APC tó dáwó sí àárín wa nísìn, ṣé mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo wa la máa rí owó yẹn, ṣé mọ̀ pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo wa la máa láǹfààní àti rí owó yẹn because owó yẹn ó máa hang sáwọn ibì kan. But tó bá jẹ́ pé Nàìjíríà ń ṣiṣẹ́ automatically àtọmọ tó jẹ́ APC tíyàwó ẹ̀ fẹ́ bímọ kò ní láti wá máa tọrọ owó lọ́wọ́ anybody, ó kàn máa lọ sí hospital, á gba oògùn, á gba antenatal títí tóṣù mẹ́sàn-án máa fi pé á dẹ̀ bímọ sí Mercy hospital. Kódà tó bá ṣe ń bímọ tán á máa make sure pé ilé tó máa gbé ó wà available. Ìyẹn ló máa ń ṣe nílùú, ìyẹn làwọn ọmọ rí UK as far as up to mo mọ kí ni current kí ni nísìn. But nígbà tó wà ní abẹ́ EU as of 2016 tó bá ní ìlú tó bímọ jù àwọn ọmọ ọ̀dọ́ ìlú yìí ni àwọn ọmọ 16 years old wọ́n nọra wọn lẹ́pọ̀n burúkú tó ń bímọ. Tó bá dẹ̀ ṣe ń bímọ yẹn tán wọ́n fún wọn nílé. So but ní Nàìjíríà nísìn àgbàlagbà gan bá bímọ, àgbàlagbà tó ti di àgbà tó ti di sisi tó bá bímọ a máa tún complain pé ó bímọ nítorí pé àti tọ́jú ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ problem. Impediment ló ń pè é. Nàìjíríà ti di impediment débi pé ọ̀rọ̀ Fúlàní kọ́ lélẹ̀ impediment pé kò jẹ́ kí a progress as Yorùbá people. Àwa náwọn èèyàn tó ń bẹ ní Newcastle, iṣẹ́ ò lọ ń ṣe ní Newcastle. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ àgbọ̀n kan tí ìyá mi sọ fún mi.
Òtítọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ korò, òótọ́ kúkú ni brọ́dà mi yìí sọ. Ní Newcastle wá ń bíbà Yorùbá ló ẹ̀dì gbogbo General Hospital, RVI wa, Freeman Hospital wa, gbogbo ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ Oǹdó, àwọn ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú, àwọn ọlọ́kùnbẹ̀, gbogbo senior doctor, àwọn surgeon, àwọn physician tó wà ń bẹ̀.
Ẹ̀wọ̀n tí ìyá yìí kà kalẹ̀, I mean àwọn surgeon, àwọn physician, gbogbo kinní kan àwa Yorùbá la ẹ̀dẹ̀ ní Newcastle. That is just one location in United Kingdom. Tá bá tún padà wá sí London ní King's College ní gbogbo St. Guy's Hospital, St. Thomas Hospital bá àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó di bẹ̀múdí bìdìbà. Ọ̀rọ̀ Fúlàní kọ́ ló ń ṣe wá o. Ọ̀rọ̀ pé ìlú yìí ti fún wa ní backwardness kò jẹ́ ká progress gẹ́gẹ́ bí èèyàn tí Elédùmarè náà dá pé káwa náà compete. Intan sọ nìyẹn o. But ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá ń ṣe PDP tẹ́ ń ṣe APC, we understand. ẹ fi pé ó ṣe já wọn eléyìí ló máa dìde but nígbà táwọn bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ dìde àwọn náà dìde kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn ló agree pẹ̀lú pé bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ ló yẹ kó dìde but ọba Elédùmarè kò fi bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ fi kẹ́ wa ni. It could have been anybody. I'm sure pé kò ṣe bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ nìkan tá a bá ṣàlọ tá a ṣàbọ̀ gbogbo àwọn tí bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ tọ́jọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ a rí pé púpọ̀ nù wọn gan sẹ́ẹ̀ dárúkọ wọn orúkọ bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ la kàn ń dá but yes wọ́n ní igi kan ò ṣe é dá dúró wọn àbí bá lọ ṣe máa ń pàwé yẹn but at the end of the day bàbá Akíntóyè dìde nísìn ó ń sọ fún wa pé Nàìjíríà yìí ó ń fún wa ní impediment ṣèbó yẹ kí gbogbo aká ṣe kí ni ká gbé yẹ̀wò lóòótọ́ ṣé ó ń fún wa ní backwardness ká tẹ̀ sọ pé àfẹ́ bìlí gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ from 1960 ká tẹ̀ mú lọ sí láti 1999 kí ni Nàìjíríà ṣe fún wa láti 1999 kí ni ipa tí Nàìjíríà ṣe fún wa igi kan kì í dágbó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kàkà kí gbogbo wa nísìnyí ká wá ràgàbò bàbá yẹn àwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí criticize àwa lọ ń wá gbogbo ohun tí bàbá yẹn àti tó ṣe afẹ́fi náà kẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ àwọn kan tó máa ní àwa ọmọ Yorùbá tá à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation yẹn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé ṣé ẹ̀yin ò ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá nation ni ṣé ẹ̀yin ò ṣe Yorùbá ni ṣèbí Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n kàn fi overshadow identity wa in true identity wa gangan ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá but because mo ń gbọ́ olóyè lọ sí birthday kan ní Germany mo ti rí fídíò yẹn but mo tún wá dọ̀nà that section of that video tí bàbá wa ń sọ̀rọ̀ nínú party yẹn ṣe rí àwọn tá à ń gbọ́ tán ní physician kìíní kan tó wà níta lóòótọ́ èèyàn lè jẹ́ expatriate kó wà níta but tílẹ̀ Yorùbá náà bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ this is the job táwọn náà máa padà wá ṣe nínú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. But Nigeria has become
impediment.
Kí ló wá ń pè ní
impediment.
But ká tó gbọ́ impediment yẹn, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi George Akiola ló máa ń sábà lo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn nínú àwòrán wọn kan tí wọ́n ṣe ní 2017.
Very clear. We made a declaration saying that it's too late for restructuring in Nigeria. You will remember in 1962 there was a massive problem in Nigeria when Awolowo was arrested. Our people talked to us. There was crisis for over 4 years that led to the coup. There was a Yoruba meeting of elders called the Yoruba Leaders of Thought. We relented. The thing continued. Yoruba has continued to lose ground since that time. In 1993,
this was 2017. Okay, fast forward 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20. So in 7 years after this video, ká tẹ̀ sọ pé ẹ̀mọ̀ tó bá pé Nàìjíríà ó máa ṣe dáadáa tàfẹ́ fi bọ́tírẹ̀sì pé àwọn comrade George Akiola pé wọ́n ń parọ́ ni ẹ mọ̀ pé tó bá pé à ń parọ́ mọ́ Nàìjíríà ni now ṣé ká padà sẹ́yìn ká béèrè pé in 7 years tí Nàìjíríà ti fi exist in the last 7 years tí Nàìjíríà ti fi exist what has been any impact on the lives of àwa Yorùbá àbí àwọn ẹ̀yà tó kù? This man 123 said the political will is to decentralize is a credible solution because to have just one police force in a country of over 200 million in population is making people less safe. I am not saying that Fulani is not a priority in our impediment to leave Nigeria. But we are talking about the growth of Yoruba people, the growth of the Yoruba economy. We should be talking about the Yoruba economy. Koda, America, as at what this woman is saying, is in a debt of 34 trillion. But Nigeria is in a debt of whatever trillion, but could need impact for American citizen. I want any problem to one. But even though their country is in debt, they can still guarantee a good life and a proper security. Let's agree that Nigeria ti jẹ gbèsè. Let's look at the Nigerian debt this afternoon. The Nigerian debt as it stands according to Google, and you could just type it in yourself. Nigerian public debt stock, which includes external and domestic debt, stood at 46.25 trillion naira as at 2022 Q4, quarter 4. That's about 103.11 billion US dollars. Kò tó America lóòótọ́, but America yẹn tí à ń rí pé ẹni tó wà l'America tí debt wọn jẹ́ 34 trillion. That's the debt of America. Owó náà wà lórí screen mi lórí Vantage. They are still living a life, even though concern ti wá nísìn pé America ò bá catch up nǹkan tí mo mú ìtìgbọ́n news yẹn tán. But I just said I should quickly because mo ṣe ń wọlé nísìn. And I know a lot of you are missing the afternoon broadcast, but Emma be pẹ̀lú mi because, like I said, I'm doing some project and whatever can make my platform to grow. Quietly, I am doing my own little bit. You do yours, but Oro Yoruba Nation own a platform tiwa. I understand this platform has been spiritually, physically, and financially attacked. But Emma worry. Befe beko, farabale, lọ́jọ́ wájú. Ẹlòmíì ẹ fẹ́ lè ní Koiki mo fẹ́ ra kíní àwọn videos ẹ̀ yìí. Òun ló wà lọ́wọ́ mi. Gbogbo videos mi ẹ máa bẹ̀ mí pé ẹ jẹ́ ara díẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ yín kò ṣe nísìn. That's why I don't leave anything on the social media because it become money Facebook. I don't own Facebook, I don't own Twitter. Àwọn tó ní owó burúkú wà lọ́wọ́ wọn. Elon Musk is talking about èyí tó máa san fún ní every year as the CEO of X. So CEO Koikimedia lèmi náà ó lè má fún mi ní nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ nísìn, but mo mọ̀ pé lágbára ìmọ̀ rẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀ràn tó jẹ́ ọmọ tó jáde lára mi àti tó sì máa jáde lára mi wàá máa gbádùn pé bàbá wọn ṣe wàhálà. Ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ Fẹlá ń gbádùn nísìn, ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ wọn ń gbádùn, even though ìpọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ African paternalism or whatever, wọ́n ń gbádùn. Kò sí ìlú tó lè lọ bó ṣe wà yẹn bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. But what we are saying is that kí ló dé tí àwa fẹ́ sọ pé Nàìjíríà ń jẹ gbèsè? Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá lọ sínú National Bureau of Statistics, Nigerian Domestic and Foreign Debt, Executive Summary. Nigerian public debt stock, which include external and domestic debt, stood at 46.25 trillion. It's good to borrow money. There's nothing wrong in borrowing money. But ìbéèrè tí mò ń bi gbogbo ẹnìkan wa àti àwa tá wà níta tá jẹ́ diaspora. Diaspora náà ni wọ́n tó wà ní African countries. Àtẹni tó wà ní Kano, ẹ̀yin náà ìrìn àjò lẹ́rìn. Kí ni debt yìí? Ǹjẹ́ impacted? Wọ́n lè sọ fún wa pé impacted wà. Àwọn build the railway. Yes, we saw the railway. At least a rí railway tí wọ́n ṣe láti Kaduna lọ sí Abuja. Èyí tá à ń ṣe lọ sí Niger ó ti mẹ́hẹ. Lóòótọ́ wọ́n ń ṣe àwọn títì kankan. But ṣé mọ̀ pé in terms of human capacity, debt yìí kò ní impact láyé wa. Because in tó ń ṣe ni pé owó tí yàn yá as a loan, capital project ló yẹ kẹ́ fi ṣe. I hope I'm right with what I'm saying. I know there's a lot of comment coming through. I'll see if I can be picking them along the line. Mr. Pride Leo said, Ajaokuta Steel Factory was opened in 1979 during his tenure with the estimate budget of $1 billion, almost 150 billion as at today. The factory has never functioned, produced anything. It has been abandoned. Adetiyawo Lilori, Ajaokuta Steel. Now, capital project is the best. Kí ló ń pè ní capital project? Àwa wo títì across Nigeria. Owó tó yẹ kó ti fi invest in a capital project. Owó pé sọ́nà méjì. How do Nigeria make this money? Báwo ni Nigeria ṣe make owó ẹ̀? We have certain things that we sell to the foreign or international countries around the world. One of the major things that we sell is the crude oil. Crude oil gangan ni kókó nǹkan tó ń fún Nàìjíríà ní owó. Àwa ń gba owó tó pọ̀ nígbà tí crude oil níyì. Nígbà tí ó níyì tó yẹ pé ó ń lọ sí almost $100 per barrel. Owó burúkú. Gbogbo aláwa gbọ́ pé àwọn owó kan wá ń lọ nígbà ogun ṣé Liberia ni wàhálà owó yẹn ó di ìjà láàrin Babangida àti MK Abiola bí a ti ṣe gbọ́ JY sọ pé crude oil mo kẹ́yìn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n ẹ má jẹ́ ká tẹnumọ́ pé torí Fúlàní la ṣe fẹ́ lọ kò ṣe pé torí ebi ń pa wá la ṣe fẹ́ lọ no torí pé a fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ gba true identity wa padà tá bá ti lè gba true identity wa padà we will then be able to discuss about àwa náà máa lọ yáwó láti fi defend ìlú wa àwa náà máa lo nǹkan ta ní láti tà síta gbogbo tó wà lórí orílẹ̀-èdè tí tó jẹ́ tiwa kò ní impact fún adé bíi pé àwọn ọmọ wa ò lè gbé ilé ẹ̀ láàfíà ilé face my face là ń gbé àwa ń gbọ́ pé debt wa stood at 46.25 trillion. That's about 103 billion US dollars. Kí ni wọ́n fi àwọn owó yẹn ṣe? Lóòótọ́, there's nothing wrong in borrowing. But ṣé wọ́n borrow owó yẹn láti fi replace gbogbo tó yẹ kó ti upgrade in the 1960 lẹ́yìn ìgbà táwọn òyìnbó ti lọ? Because àwọn òyìnbó lórí burúkú kò ń ṣe àwọn ọmọ wọn là ń ṣépè fún. Àwọn bàbá wọn tó dá wàhálà sí àwa lọ́rùn báyìí tẹ́yìn dẹ́n sọ pé ká má dá wàhálà padà sí wọn lọ́rùn ní wàhálà tá a fi dá sí wọn lọ́rùn ju pé àákọ́kọ́ enlighten gbogbo yín tẹ́ wà nílé pẹ̀lú agbára àti ọgbọ́n àti òye tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè fún àwa náà because nígbà táwọn òyìnbó wà pẹ̀lú wa àwọn mọ̀ pé àwọn kan nídìí ọ̀nà tí train máa gbé resources dé inú port tó dẹ̀ máa load the ship tí ship dẹ̀ máa kúrò wọ́n develop anything they left the whole of Nigeria as a death trap they care less about whether àdúgbò kan ṣiṣẹ́ or kò ṣiṣẹ́ even though pé civilization ti wà lọ́dọ̀ tiwa kó tó dé but nígbà táwọn dé kàkà kó yẹ kó bá wa develop gbogbo gbèríko kó sọ di as much of transformation they careless wọ́n kàn máa gbé coal láti Enugu the colonial rule did set us back just reasons of we want to be in a control of our destiny in order to develop our people lifestyle using our own resources àwa ń yá owó níta lọ́wọ́ China lọ́wọ́ Arab lọ́wọ́ Russia gbogbo bí ta ti lè yá owó but owó yẹn ò make any repercussion kò fún wa ní any interest in terms of development to our lifestyle and our people because tó bá fún wa ní development ni ó yẹ kí mo lè travel láti Lagos kí àyà mi má já kí mo lè dé Ondo State mo lè decide pé mo wá fẹ́ padà wá by road because ẹ̀yìn mi mo ti drive gbogbo ìbàdí ló ń ro mí màá wá wọ train tó máa gbé mi padà wá sí Lagos State màá wá gbé mọ́tò mi sílẹ̀ síbẹ̀ kódà màá tún ní kí mọ́tò mi kó gbé sórí train ṣèbí à ń rí Davido tó ń fi plane gbé mọ́tò ẹ̀ wá láti Dubai gbogbo kíní yóò lè náà is because nígbà tí Nàìjíríà ń paṣu burúkú nígbà táwa sùn kalẹ̀ àwọn Yorùbá kan lè àwọn ọba kan àtàwọn politician kan wọ́n pàdé pẹ̀lú ra wọn pẹ̀lú àwọn north wọ́n bá ń jí owó yẹn díẹ̀ àwa ń rí wọn nísìnyí as billionaires àwọn tó jí owó tó yẹ kó fi develop territory wa mo dé Ìwòpin paper mill kò ṣe pé wọ́n sọ fún mi èmi débẹ̀ fúnra mi ni mo débẹ̀ mo rí it was meant to be the number 1 paper mill in the whole of Africa number 3 in the world Ìwòpin paper mill níjẹ̀bú waterside kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n sọ fún mi mo débẹ̀ ni I cried ẹ sọ pé bíbá ni wọ́n fẹ́ gbé project yẹn sí wọ́n ní kó yẹ bí òun náà wò yìí ìwọ náà yẹ bí òun lòun wò ìnáwó níwájú ẹ̀ kódà mo ti sọ story yẹn rí mo pàdé ọ̀nkò mi kan níbẹ̀ òun London ló mọ̀ pé mo wà so he was shocked when he saw me in that family comfort mo wà lórí live program ẹ jẹ́ n pè yín padà so he was shocked when he saw me ó ní kí ni mo wá ṣe ní bíbáyìí mo ní ẹ̀gbọ́n kílẹ̀ náà wá ṣe ní bíbáyìí àwọn náà wá ra ilẹ̀ bí wọ́n fi rẹ́ǹtẹ̀ ni tó fi dáko mo ní nǹkan tó èmi náà bá wá yàtọ̀ mo ní èmi náà wá wo àdúgbò yìí because àwọn náà ní project a fi ṣe nígbà yẹn pẹ̀lú àwọn uncle mi kan tajọ lọ ẹ wá wo láti ìgbà yẹn nígbà èmi nígbà tá à ń lọ wọ́n park mo wá ń wo títì yẹn this was years kátó tó sọ pé à ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá nation títì yẹn tó bá jẹ́ pé a improve ẹ̀ a develop ẹ̀ sí pẹ̀lú pàtẹ́ ní resources yẹn a kò ní the expatriate tó máa wá bí abi Julius Berger àtàwọn ti local one tájọ máa wá ṣe títì yẹn títì tí mo rí yẹn títì gbà àwọn bàbá lọ́wọ́ òun ni mo rí nígbà tá fẹ́ wọnú ìwòpin paper mill ó ti jẹ débi pé wàá máa rí texture pé títì ìgbà tó ṣe níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn but tó bá yẹ pé development débẹ̀ ni ṣé mọ̀ pé irú gbogbo àwọn tí à ń sá lọ káàkiri bí ẹṣọ oníwòlímọ̀ àtẹ̀mítẹ̀mí náà sá lọ torí as far as I concern gbogbo alásá kúrò Nàìjíríà mo sọ fún yín kéèsì oríṣiríṣi làwọn tó ń jápa lẹ́nujọ́ mẹ́ta yìí àwa ń sá kúrò níbi tó yẹ pé ó yẹ pé mi máa lọ ṣe bí abi driver níwòpin paper mill ó yẹ kí n lọ máa ṣe bí cook ó yẹ kí n máa lọ ṣe bí gardener cleaner because àwọn iṣẹ́ tá a fẹ́ lọ ṣe nílùú òyìnbó náà ni mò ń sọ yìí now these are the basic jobs fún ẹni tó bá kàwé kò wá mí pé ẹni tó kàwé yẹn kò lè ní làákàyè kò ní brain but it's just that ẹni tó bá jẹ́ tó kàwé iṣẹ́ tóun máa ṣe yàtọ̀ sí ẹni tó yẹ pé janitor ó kàn máa fọ tọ́ílẹ̀tì ni but dignity àwa níbẹ̀ àádẹ́ fún ní gbogbo ẹ̀tọ́ tó yẹ kó fún ṣèbí iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe nílùú òyìnbó náà nìyẹn àwárí yẹn ṣe nítorí pé àwọn tó yẹ kó bá wa develop ìwòpin paper mill wọ́n ti pull owó yẹn kúrò out wọ́n ti yá loan wọ́n ti gba gbèsè lé lórí ìwòpin paper mill is now dead as nothing is happening there. ó yẹ káwa kan máa gbéra kúrò èyí tá a ṣe ń wá sí Lagos State ó yẹ ká lọ sí Kwara State ká lọ máa dáko níbẹ̀ nítorí pé ibẹ̀ máa jẹ́ ibi tí a lè dáko sí. ó yẹ káwa kan wà ní Ondo State níbi tí a mọ̀ pé àwọn bàyá mi Ifágbémilékè àwọn ìyá wa Comfort Ológunjà àtàwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ọmọ Ondo àtàwọn ọmọ Lúkà ó yẹ káwa wà ní Ondo State ká máa pẹja àwa ń gbé ẹja wá láti Republic of Ireland wá frozen ẹja yẹn wá kó sínú container wá kó wá sí Lagos State àwa offloaded container yẹn ò dẹ̀ tún ní gbé nǹkan padà. It seems that something is not right. Nigeria is the impediment. But àwa rí àwọn kọ́ya àwa rí àwọn bàbá tó Elizade Motors àwa àwọn olówó wa àwa wọ́n rò pé wọ́n ṣe wá lóore because àmọ́ lóòótọ́ àwọn kan kàwé nu wọn but Nàìjíríà ní gbogbo wọn fi gbòòrè sókè àwọn afẹ́ Babalọ́lá pọ́pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ilẹ̀ yìí wá ń dúró dè tó máa gbà wá nínú wàhálà táwa yìí a máa pẹ́ níbẹ̀ nítorí pé ara impediment Nàìjíríà làwọn ti jẹ inú Nàìjíríà ní gbogbo wọn ti dìde because afẹ́ Babalọ́lá mọ̀ pé Nigerian constitution olórí burúkú ni lecture tó yẹ kí bàbá yẹn máa give lójoojúmọ́ ni pé how do we pull down this constitution torí pé ó ń jẹ́ impediment fáwọn ọmọ Yorùbá but nígbà tó bá yẹ pé àwa tájọ súnmọ́ wọn àsọtọ́ fúnra wa we are all liars ni wa tàbá ti rí ẹntẹ́ olúkálùkù ní ẹ ṣàbámu látàwọn ọmọ mi àwa rí àwọn bàbá yẹn mo tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ pé wọ́n ní bàbá Fẹ́nifẹ́re wọ́n wà lọ́spítù kọ́lọ́n túbọ̀ fún wọn lálàáfíà ara but he's 95 he has enjoyed his life he's well read lawyer ni wọ́n and he has fought at his own time nǹkan tó lè ṣe làwọn ti ṣe yẹn mo rí àwọn done they are doing very well but tí gbogbo wa bá sì ń sọ pé inú Nàìjíríà la fẹ́ wà a dẹ̀ fẹ́ máa operate in tó máa jẹ́ kí South West kó grow we are not or never going to grow because Nigeria is the impediment. Òun ni impediment, òun ni àkóbá àdábá fún wa.
Impediment.
A hindrance or obstruction in doing something. Àná a fẹ́ Yorùbá nation, àná a fẹ́ Odùduwà republic, Odùduwà kingdom, whatever orúkọ tá a bá pè for now temporary. Ṣé rí gbogbo ìyẹn temporary ni? Tá bá conclude tá fẹ́ pull out kúrò ní Nàìjíríà, àwa ṣe conference ọmọ Yorùbá àwa máa decide kí la fẹ́ pé irú wo la fẹ́ lò irú owó wo la fẹ́ lò gbogbo tá a ṣe nísìn àti rúbà ni o àti flag ni o gbogbo yẹn temporary measure ni it is not the final but rather kí gbogbo wa jọ pull in one force àti wá rà àwọn tó jẹ́ pé obstruction ni wọ́n àwọn tí wọ́n ní pé káwọn because àwọn kan mọ̀ pé ìjọ tí Yorùbá bá ti bọ́ àwọn wọn ló mọ̀ àwọn òyìnbó gangan ló mọ̀ pé ìjọ tó Yorùbá bá ti bọ́ kúrò nínú oko ẹrú that is going to be the end of the West. àwa ń pariwo ìwọ tó gbé nílùú òyìnbó ó ń compare mi àtẹnitajọ́ ń gbé nílùú òyìnbó tó yẹ pé wọ́n ń dìbà ayé wa padà sẹ́yìn. Some of you tẹ́ ẹ̀ ní ever débi báyìí torí pé wọ́n ní fún yín ní visa ní 1980 làwọn parent wa ti jàǹfààní yẹn ó lè jàǹfààní yẹn mọ́ Nàìjíríà ò ní ever jẹ́ visa free until tá bá fi break. Kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa gba visa free wọnú ìlú yìí mọ́, o máa lọ apply ni, wàá ta lé, wàá ta mọ́tò, wàá ta gbogbo nǹkan nítorí pé o fẹ́ jápa. Ọ̀rọ̀ thousands of pounds táwọn kan bára wọn jà lé lórí. I don't want to pull it into the because I can try láti resolve dispute yẹn. Àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ń ta lé, wọ́n ń ta mọ́tò láti lè jápa wá sí ìlú òyìnbó. Tẹ́mi dé sọ fún ẹ pé ìlú òyìnbó gangan ni problem, impediment fún wa. O wá ń sọ pé kí n shut up. O rẹ̀ tí lè wọ bíbá. See me was here in the 80s. Even I love be last born wá sí. Mo sì máa ń bá mọ́ sí pé kí ló dé tẹ̀ bí wá síbẹ̀ wọ́n ní Nàìjíríà dá nígbà yẹn. Pé kí láǹfi wá àwọn èèyàn ń jókòó sí ìlú yìí tó bá ti bímọ tán wọ́n ń padà lọ sílé. Ó lè wọ̀ ìlú yìí mọ́ as a commonwealth citizen until tá a bá pull out kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà tó jẹ́ impediment táwọn òyìnbó dẹ̀ fẹ́ yẹ ká kúrò. Wọ́n wá fẹ́ ká máa náwó school. Àwọn tí mò ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó wá ṣe PhD ó mọ ẹ tán ná. Ẹlòmíì ò mọ̀ pé àwọn ṣẹ́rí gbogbo tí àwọn olóṣèlú wa bí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Fatai Ogunribido kọ́lọ́n bá mi dúró ti ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa. Mo ti mọ̀ wọ́n nísìn kò ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ 15 years. Nígbà táwọn ń jàjà yẹn nígbà yẹn tó máa pè mí ẹ̀gbọ́n èmi busy mo ń faṣẹ́ náà. Àwọn ti rí future yẹn pé ẹ̀yin ọmọ yìí ẹ̀ mọ wàhálà tẹ́ ń ṣe àwa tí wọ́n bẹ̀ ti pẹ́ tọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta. Òyìnbó gangan ní problem wa. Òyìnbó gangan àwọn ní impediment ilé ayé wa. We don't have any problem with them, but àwọn ló ní problem pẹ̀lú wa because àwọn ló mọ̀ pé tẹ́ a bá wà bí wọ́n ṣe bá wa, we will be ahead of the game. Now, ẹ wo Amẹ́ríkà tá à ń pariwo yìí. Mélòó ni Amẹ́ríkà? Àwọn gangan ló gbé Amẹ́ríkà dúró. Ṣé fi pé Amẹ́ríkà fúnra rẹ̀ àwọn tó gbé dúró? Ẹ lọ wo àwọn tó gbé dúró. Ta ló gbèlú ìdúró? Wọ́n mọ̀. Ìwọ tèmi wá ń sọ fún ìwọ tó kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ó lè likely pé kó wọ̀ lùí àfi tó bá ṣe kàmá tùgó tó bá join ẹ̀ sórí gbogbo pé wọ́n fún wa ní visa kíníkan yẹn lóòótọ́ it's a will of God kò jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Báwo la ṣe fẹ́ wá sí UK tá a ṣe máa lọ máa ṣe àdúrà tó pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ tá a ṣe máa lọ máa ṣáájò tá a máa gbé passport wa lọ sá mò ń bọ́ kan nínú kan náà mo fẹ́ dárúkọ program yẹn what God cannot do ó ní òun apply títí wọ́n fún òun ní visa yẹn wọ́n wá padà fóun òun náà wá bínú òun náà wá fi wọ́n tayò. Àwọn tó ń determine visa tá à ń sọ yìí àwọn ọmọ 20+ àwọn tó ṣẹ̀ ń ṣetán ní yunifásitì kódà mi ò lọ yunifásitì ó kàn wọlé as a apprentice but àwa wá ṣe ń gbé passport Nàìjíríà àwa ṣe ń kán olive oil sí à ń kán àbẹ́là sí agbé lọ sábẹ́ tùràrí agbé lọ sábẹ́ dis agbé lọ just because a fẹ́ gba visa tí wọ́n fáwọn ìyá tiwa lẹ́nu ọ̀nà tó ń bẹ̀ wá tó ń sọ fún wa pé ká wá gba visa pé ẹnu ọ̀nà ló ti máa fún yín. It's because Nigeria is the impediment. Òun ló ń dá wa dúró. Kò ń ṣe pé gbogbo ọ̀ ní brain. Ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń sọ kò ní ìdìjà. Ẹ jẹ́ kóra wa papọ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń ṣe PC náà. Ẹ wo future yín. Ṣé future no kò deep. Look, èmi náà láìkì fàájì tàjọ máa ń ṣe ní gbogbo ta fàájì nǹkan yẹn mi ló pé mi ò tẹ̀ mọ́ gbogbo bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà mọ́ títí gbogbo bá ṣe ń ṣe fàájì yẹn náà máa ṣe máa lọ but àwa lè wà well recognized as Yoruba people níta mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yẹmi Fátókè intanṣọ nìyẹn kò ní look àtẹ̀ntó ń sọ ẹ̀tẹ̀ntẹ̀ fẹ́ràn Tinubu àtẹ̀ntẹ̀ fẹ́ràn ẹ̀ intanṣọ ni pé ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo akájọ fọwọ́ papọ̀ ká sọ fún Nàìjíríà pa àṣemọ́ náà. Kí ni yóò lè tá bá pọ̀ tá sọ pé àṣemọ́ tí a dẹ̀ dúró lójú kan tá tọ̀ sójú kan òyìnbó máa mọ̀ pé yes a ti ṣe kí ni a ti prepare pàfẹ́ gba freedom wa kò ní ìdìbọn a ní láti look velvet diversity wa àwọn kan ti ṣe rí there's what they call velvet divorce tolúkàlùkù kọ̀ máa ra ṣe kí ni ẹ̀kọ́ pull out kúrò nínú union yẹn okay kí la ní bíbá àdéjọ discuss ẹ̀. The first thing ni pé àdé ní border tiwa kò eléyìí ò ní jà ṣe bí interconcern ni pé ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń ṣe APC nísìn ibi ajá àrí tẹ̀ ń bára yín jà náà ẹ máa kókó ẹ jẹ́ kájọ gbogbo àjọṣe Yorùbá nation kájọ wọnú Yorùbá nation ká wá lọ dá ẹgbẹ́ olúkálukú wa sílẹ̀ èmi náà lọ contest tẹ́ bá yẹ pé yẹn àjọ máa ṣe gbogbo àjọ máa ṣe kò ń ṣe pé yẹn kan ló máa control yẹn kankan but a lè ní àṣeyọrí nínú Nàìjíríà o lóòótọ́ àdúrà máa gbà èmi ò jókòó síbi kí n sọ pé àdúrà ò ní gbà o, but àdúrà gbogbo wa kọ́ ló máa gbà. Àdúrà gbogbo wa kọ́ ló máa gbà nínú Nàìjíríà. Some of us will be lucky. Ẹlòmíì akọ́ ṣe nǹkan míì lórí social media bí bìbí kan ó náà ń dáná fọ́kàn òun nídàájí. Àwọn obìnrin kan ní ìdajì ìranu wo ló máa dá orúkọ pa ọmọ owó tó fún gẹ́ọ̀ yẹn wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fún ní gbogbo oríṣiríṣi nǹkan. Irú yẹn ni wọ́n ń dúró dè. When we can have a country that will work, tí máa ní estate agent èmi, tí wọ́n náà máa ní business tiẹ̀, tá máa wá ṣe business káàkiri, we are not going to be here forever. We are only here temporarily. But the more tá bá tètè kúrò, the more we will have opportunity. Oh no, fẹ́ràn Davido, èmi náà like ẹ, but ọ̀fun ní visa kò wá wo Davido. But àwọn kan ń bọ̀ láti EU country, àwọn country tí kò tó Lagos state, wọ́n wá wo Davido. Because wọ́n kọ̀ drive wọlé, kódà èmi cheap ticket làwọn náà máa wá, àwọn náà wọ́n pọ̀ bí kí ló dálẹ̀ lọ. Tó bí yọ Germany, France, Belgium, Austria, Switzerland, tó bá ti yọ àwọn country bíi mélòó kan tó ní kìmí díẹ̀ nínú EU, gbogbo àwọn tó kù tó yẹ yọ Finland níbi tí Simon Ekpa wà, àwọn tó kù olòṣì tó pọ̀ láàrin wọn, òun ló lọ lọ́nkàn yẹn. Wọ́n wà níwájú ilé mi níbí báyìí, máa wò pé ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn ti wá. Ṣé EU lẹ́yìn náà ti wá báyìí? Èyí náà dàbí àwa náà, ìyà ń jẹ àwọn náà wà nínú ìṣẹ́ lọ́sẹ̀ ń sáwá sí UK because UK àwọn ti gbọ́n, ìyẹn ni wọ́n ṣe fi owó wọn sílẹ̀. Gbogbo time tó wà ní EU as a country, they refuse to allow their currency to break because of the time, and I know I'm going to receive a call very soon. Ẹ yẹ ká padà sórí India. India economic growth is expected to notch a record-beating 7.3% pace for the financial year ending March 31st, 2024. Consumption, which accounts for close to 60% of the GDP, has remained weak with the growth at the just over 40%. Is India growing economically? For the first 6 months of this fiscal, the growth was 7.7%. The growth momentum is expected to sustain in December quarter, making India the fastest growing major economy in the world, much ahead of China. In terms of àwa náà máa grow as people in our life, a máa kódà ẹ̀mí tí ẹ̀gbọ́n inú a máa dùn. Ṣé o mọ̀ pé in tó ń bà wá nínú jẹ́ nílùú yìí, ṣé ìsọ̀n tó ń bà wá nínú jẹ́? We are far away from home. Gbogbo nǹkan la ní tó tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn ní bíbá. But a yún pé ẹlòmíì kàn fẹ́ sáré lọlé nísìn, ó ti há sí ìlú kò níwèé. Ẹlòmíì níwèé, ayé ẹ̀ ń já pé tóun bá dẹ̀ lọ. Ṣáwọn èèyàn àwa sọ àwọn èèyàn wa di bẹ́gabẹ́gá nílé. Let us pull out of Nigeria before it is too late. Nigeria is the impediment to our life. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, known as Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. We can do far better if we pull out of Nigeria. It's going to take a lot of work, which is the process that we're doing right now. Not everybody wants the dissolution of Nigeria for reasons known to them. But for whoever doesn't want Nigeria to dissolve, you are protecting what Lugard did on our behalf, working for the British Parliament in 1914 fraudulent amalgamation. For as much as we might not know, but now that the world self-determination is out there, we are not secessionists and we are not separatists. This man said, the president of the African Development Bank said, it will take 300 years from now. Africa will remain underdeveloped economy compared to the West. Yoruba nation economy will develop in the less than 30 years. Moki Dr. Olugbenga Adetitun TV. Only great. Nigeria needs something and fast. The youth are fed up. Same for the old and the small. Nigeria is the impediment to the lives of all indigenous people. Look, even if those of you that disagree with the breakup of Nigeria, the way and the structure Nigeria is right now, it cannot hold. Let's listen again to this.
It's very clear. We made a declaration saying that it's too late for restructuring in Nigeria. You remember in 1962, there was a massive problem in Nigeria when Awolowo was arrested.
Somebody's trying to call behind. That's why that is freezing. So, okay, Bishop. Let's go back to the video. All right. On disconnect. I'm still waiting for my laptop. It's still with the engineer, so we're still using the little device that we have to operate. Let's go back to this, please.
Very clear. We made the declaration that it's too late for restructuring in Nigeria. You remember in 1962 there was a massive problem in Nigeria when Awolowo was arrested. Our people talked to us. There was crisis for over 4 years that led to the coup. There was a Yoruba meeting of elders called the Yoruba Leaders of Thought. We relented. The thing continued. Yoruba has continued to lose ground since that time. In 1993, there was the annulment of the June 12 election. Shiju Ade, the former Oni, spoke and said Yoruba should go ahead and conduct an election. We did. It led to nothing. The same thing happened in 1998, just before the handover to the democratic elected government. Yoruba did not want to go for anything like Nigeria again. But then it failed. Look at where we are. Yoruba has been losing ground since 1914, and we are just tired. We are done for restructuring. It's too late for restructuring in Nigeria. It's too late for sovereign national conference. It's too late for resource control. What we want now is Oduduwa Republic, and we are very categorical about that. We have made that very clear. We have made declarations, and we are very serious about our demands. Every region just go to its own tent. Yoruba wants to be on its own because the problem that Yoruba has is Nigeria. Nigeria is the problem, is the impediment to Yoruba development. Is the impediment to Oduduwa development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. 1962, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be talking about restructuring at this point in time. What are we restructuring? This country that is already shot to pieces?
This country that has already shot to pieces is Nigeria, and I'm not too sure why people still want us to keep Nigeria. Amoki Babawa, Prophet John Ogundele Musaiti, Mr. Adeni Adejubre Moki Babawa Nuruddin. Shema come on the program.
We are learning program.
All right.
Now.
All right, later.
Yeah.
All right. Moki Babawa Adekola, yes, there was a program yesterday. Bugba Wakoni Wato Shalaisi, Kobele Dumari, Koba Foriji, Kote on Safefere. Lati Yelufe, Okin, Obanri, Bugba Wato Shalaisi, Ati brother wa Ẹ̀gbọ́n wa ìyẹn Adogan, Ati Alhaji Fatai. Okun wọn ṣì wà lọ́wọ́ federal government. Àmọ́ ìdí tí wọ́n ṣe mú dání. Ẹjọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ bàbá wa Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ẹ bá bẹ̀ wọ́n kó bá wa fi òkú Àdògán àti Alhaji Fatai kí a lè lọ sin wọ́n officially. Àwọn méjèèjì sì níyàwó, wọ́n ní ọmọ, kọjọ kó bá wa fi òkú yẹn sílẹ̀. Tó bá dẹ̀ pé ibi tó bá sin wọ́n sí náà a ní right láti lọ wú wọn kúrò níbẹ̀ ká lọ sin wọ́n properly dáadáa, because Buhari wanted to assassinate, and one thing we must always remind ourselves that Olóyè commit any crime fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwa tí a máa ń béèrè pé kó lóyè lọ bẹ̀bẹ̀ kó lọ ṣe kinní kan. He hasn't committed any crime and he has not done anything beyond pé ó ń béèrè ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀. Lóòótọ́ wọn nígbà tó dénú ilé ẹ̀ wọn náà wọn bá ìbọn àwọn bá days, but all that is cock and bull story. We all know that kò ń ṣe ìní federal government ti máa ń pull those kind of strange. Àwọn ọba wa méjèèjì tó ṣaláìsí ní ìlú Èkìtì, kọba Elédùmarè kó jọ kó má jẹ́ kí a rí ikú àwọn ọba bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn mọ́. Ìyẹn bàbá wa Onímọ̀jọ of Ìmọ̀jọ Èkìtì, ọba Ọlátúnjí Olúṣọlá, àti bàbá wa Ẹlẹ́sùn of Ẹ̀sùn Èkìtì, ọba Babátúndé Ògúnṣọlá. Both were killed returning from a meeting in Irele, Ekiti. Mbo, àwọn ọmọ Oòduà, àwọn long day, mbo, ẹ má bínú. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Ọ̀dà. Ẹ má bínú, mbo.
Very clear. We made a declaration saying that it's too late for restructuring in Nigeria. You will remember in 1962, there was a massive problem in Nigeria when Awolowo was arrested. Our people talked to us. There was crisis for over 4 years that led to the coup. There was a Yoruba meeting of elders called the Yoruba Leaders of Thought. We relented. The thing continued. Yoruba has continued to lose ground since that time.
I was good today.
In 1993, there was the annulment of the June 12 election. Shijuade, the former...
Let's leave that, and I'm going to come back to that. I think we can do a little bit, maybe another extra 1 hour. I think, you know, I can manage with the Omodu. I'm sure many of you understand that I'm operating from home, so it's no longer news to so many of you. It costs, if I have to go and get a full studio, I will have to be paying every month the rent. Many of us are supporting, let me just leave it that way. Egbomi Tony Ages was sent a very small donation, La Roy, and he was even saying, Mr. Koiki, ma binu po kere, money chama po what they sending, lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ mo ti mobilize lọ sí Nigeria. Ó dẹ̀ ti níṣẹ́ tó ṣe fún iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe nílé. It's costing me a lot to operate in Nigeria, especially many things might not be visible to some of us, but until Abadebi tá à ń lọ, like I said, I will go and find how I will be able to source my own. I can't rely on the YouTube, you know, revenue, alone YouTube, especially even they've locked my YouTube account, so we're not making any money. So donation from the public is the only way we can be able to operate. Look, media told by Sorobai, I Japan only funding team, and most of them are probably doing other things. I'm not doing any other thing. This is what we are doing, and until we are able to fund it, we will just have to continue to do the little we can do. I'm not going to stop what we are doing in the past, but like I said, if the funding is not there, we would not do more than what I can do. Because when we are ready, we will know what to do. So, but for now, I don't see Yoruba people are ready yet. Actually ready. What we should be doing now is just campaigning, which is what we're doing now. We're not ready yet. We're not fully ready. So, you know, and every now and then, you know, every time I do a program, you know, I'm getting calls to say, just take it easy, you know, if you want to see. But it's like, maybe if I can take a push, can move. And sometimes some of you come and want to blame Koiki, this and that. You're crazy. Blame. I'm 6,000 kilometers away. I'm on Milosha de Latin school. I don't pay for the school fees. School fees. I do buy their uniform. I buy their school bags and their shoes. Look, I don't even worry. Tabati Dennis Amalo for one. Onjetama Jetu and Nule. What it on heater? Gas, gas in Nigeria. It cost me a lot to have the gas running because I'm going to make sure we warm. Come on to the to school. Tabati Shetan Nisin, Wako Shiri deal or the iPad one. The moment Taba Shiri or the iPad one, then iPad one were connected to the school. They can be able to do their athletics and their English. School. I don't have to stress myself. So every quarter let mama push our abroad. School it's because that country is the impediment. Only impediment for Aden sọ fún gbogbo wa pé kò lè máa continue báyìí. Torí pé ẹ ń fojú wo àwọn influencer yín, àwọn Túndé Ednut, àwọn tẹ́ pé lára ìbàjẹ́ láwọn tí ń jẹ, ẹ ń wo àwọn Linda Ìkejì, ẹ ń wo gbogbo àwọn celebrities yín. Púpọ̀ náà àwọn púpọ̀ náà ọ̀tẹ̀ ń ṣọmọ Yorùbá gidi. Ẹ wò ètò náà òun ra ìlú kan, òun ra ní 150,000. Òun lọ ra citizenship ìlú kan ní 150,000. I wish him the best of luck. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó wrong níbẹ̀. But you don't want to promote Yoruba nation nisin. Oh Lord, for his own benefit ni. Èmi ni we ni bíbá nisin. Èmi ò sọ pé torí benefit èmi ni kọ́kọ́ nisin. I cannot mo lè decide pé mo ṣe lè mọ́ nisin. Má lọ máa ṣe nǹkan mi fúnra mi tí máa fi paṣu tí máa fi wà okay. Èmi náà lọ ra Mercedes máa ṣe fàájì kiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Nigeria ni mo kàn ní wá nítorí mo mọ̀ pé wà in danger. Kò ṣe pé yàn lè lọ lù mí náà. mo gbọ́ kan náà mother wa kan ọmọ sister wọn kan travel lọ sí ìlú kan ó ṣaláìsí níbẹ̀ kọ́lọ́ bá foríjì ọmọ àgbókù ẹ̀ padà wá sí London. So kò ń ṣàwọn tó kú ní ọ̀dọ̀ another one lélẹ̀. So shit happen around the world, but at least mo mọ̀ pé life mi ó better ju ẹni tó wà ní Nigeria lọ. A lot of you are struggling in Nigeria. A lot of you are struggling because Nigeria is the impediment. I didn't pay the program anyway, so I'll probably just do another 20 minutes because of other things I'm still doing. So let's pick on this as well. Where is that? Let's look on this again. Let's look on this.
We have problems in the land.
This is
I want to say
this is Chief Olanikbekun. I think I'm looking at play audio. Is the audio? I mean, even it's audio, but it's coming out as an audio, talking about the fraudulent 1999 Constitution. Killer reporting now. All he can do is just wake up in the morning, get security report from Nigeria, enjoy his life as little as he can, and that's all. So so we're gonna do it just about another 10-15 minutes, then I'm gonna wind down.
I might be
I'm gonna come
because of our constitution. Also, Nigeria is not operating any constitution known to honesty, entrenched in group faith, brought about by unanimity of the people, acceptable to federalism, and again, that is we also have that problem with the judiciary because of the Nigerian situation. We have a unitary system. That's what we run. Hydra-headed. Don't let us pretend. And I've said it over and over, and I'll continue to say it. And that's unitarism has also created into the judiciary. Today, the entire Nigerian judiciary is unitarized. The Supreme Court is federal, Federal Court of Appeal, the Court of Appeal is federal, Federal High Court is federal, FCT is federal, National Industrial Court is federal, Customary Court of Appeal of the Federal High Court is federal, the Court of Appeal of the Federal High Court is federal, all jurisdictions. That the Coyote Trust of this world, that the Reporters of this world, that the bailiffs of this world, when they wind their respective high courts exercised, making the law to be profound, subtle, rich, exciting, they are now vested in the different federal high court or federal courts. We're talking of how to reform the system. There is no justification in a state, in a nation like Nigeria, purporting to practice federalism, where even the Supreme Court should be overburdened with unnecessary jurisdiction in respect of land matters from Yoruba land, respect of divorce, respect of family matters, citizency matters. How do they know? I don't want us to be deceiving ourselves. Assuming I'm even appointed to the Supreme Court today, I'm above the age, but assuming, and I'm sitting there, and you bring matter on appeal in respect of Kanuri native law and custom, or Igbo native law and custom, or Igbo land tenure system, and I sit there, and I'm writing judgment. I'm a Yoruba man. What do I know about that?
All right, Donna, somebody's just calling behind, disturbing the call coming through. Please do not call. We're not taking calls on the program yet. Please do not call and interrupt, please. It might be me. Because calling you stop the program to mention me by please. Because I know and don't pay our lorry life. I back call for now, Ejo. What is mute anything?
Supreme Court. We are running into trouble. We are inching there, and time is not in our favor. And I'm not tickled by what the National Assembly is doing. They are not being fair to themselves. They are not being fair to us. They claim to be amending the Constitution. What are they amending? And I want to repeat it. Do you amend something that is not amendable? When you want to amend the Constitution, by the way, that is, where do you start? You start from the preamble. We the people. Oh yes, they have to amend it. Why are they running away from it? If they cannot amend the preamble, if the preamble is not amendable, then it means the Constitution is not amendable. Come on. They have to start from it. Do you start reading your letter from the back page? Do you? No, they have to start from the preamble. That means the preamble is fake. We the people, who are the we? When did we meet? And why can't we do it? I'm studying the constitutions of the world. And I say this also with every sense of humility. There's no constitution that is near as fake, near as deceitful.
Near as fake, near as deceitful. And this is the same constitution that tells Yoruba, if Tinubu fi govern, we pray for Tinubu as they continue to be there. We are not going to do anything. We'll pray for him, but he cannot offer anything. And even if he does offer anything, 8 years or 4 years after his tenure, Tinubu will give it back to the west. I mean, to the northern part of Nigeria. And that literally means that we will all still be facing the same dilemma. Can our representative pull the plug on Nigeria? Yes. What can he raise bill to stop this union? Don't play Nigeria. But they don't want to do that because they're enjoying Nigeria as it is right now. Mongbo Berekete, Odo Simon Ekpa Motigbo, tí ó ń sọ pé kí a lo you can bribe anybody because that's Nigeria. They continue in this kind of lifestyle. Nigeria is fake, and it's as fake as it is. And you cannot try to change something that is fake. To bá fẹ́ ra nǹkan tó fake jù láyé, right? Lọ sí China, àbí kó lọ sí Turkey. Turkey yẹn kò sí nǹkan tí wọ́n can duplicate. I've been there a few times, and kò sí nǹkan tó can duplicate. Mo wà lórí program, màá pè yín padà, mo wà lórí live show. So, kò sí nǹkan tí wọ́n can duplicate. Let's listen to this again.
When you want to amend the constitution, by the way, Lati, where do you start? You start from the preamble with the people. Oh yes, they have to amend it. Why are they running away from it? If they cannot amend the preamble, if the preamble is not amendable, then it means the constitution is not amendable. Come on. They have to start from it. Do you start reading your letter from the back page? Do you? No, they have to start from the preamble. That means the preamble is fake. We the people, who are the we? When did we meet? And why can't we do it? I've studied the constitutions of the world, and I say this also with every sense of humility. There's no constitution that is near as fake, near as deceitful, near as make-believe in nature and in content as the constitution, as what we call the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended.
Funke! Ayé mi tèmi bá mi. Apostle will hear of this.
What are they amending?
Wọ́n ní mi sí ìjọba, mò ń lọ ń dá sí nǹkan tí ó kàn mí, ṣùgbọ́n tó kàn mí mo dá sí torí pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí. Bí ìjọba bá wà tí ò sí ẹ̀tọ́ tó yẹ kó ṣe fún aráàlú tí wọ́n dìbò fún tó jẹ́ ìjọba lé lórí. Tí ìjọba bá wà tí ààbò bá sí fún aráàlú tó lóòsè ìjọba lé lórí, aráàlú dìde fúnra ẹ̀. Sapa àìmọye èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ tá a lè morúkọ wọn làwọn Fúlàní ìbẹ́ lórí tí wọ́n pa wọ́n jí àwọn kan gbé ẹni tó bá gbowó tó kéré lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ wọ́n gba 7 million wọ́n gba 10 million wọ́n gba 11 million lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá wa. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí dùn mí, ó bà mí lọ́kàn jẹ́ gan pé tá a bá torí pé tó Ọlọ́run gbà fáwa àwa ará àwọn ọmọ tí ń tẹ̀lé wa tó ń ṣààbò fún wa, àwọn tí ò lẹ́ni tí ó tẹ̀lé wọn ń kọ́. Ìdí nìyí tó mú mi lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn. Ìgbà tí mo dẹ̀ débẹ̀, ohun tí mo lọ fún ni pé láti lọ bá pé sógun tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí lórí ilẹ̀ wa sọ dáa, ẹ ti ń gbé pẹ̀lú wa, a dẹ̀ fàyè gbà yín, àbáyíjà àṣẹ nǹkan jàǹbá fún yín ọ̀rọ̀ ni mò ń bá Sẹ́ríkì sọ̀rọ̀ làwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ yóò mọ̀ sí mi mo gba ìbọn yẹn lọ́wọ́ ìkan yọ àké àgbà ìkejì tún yọ ìbọn mi ìyẹn ti ẹ̀yìn ẹni bá wọnú fídíò yẹn tó bá fídíò wọn ó yin ìbọn yẹn sí mi
now
kí n tó lọ́bọ̀ yẹn mọ́ lọ́wọ́.
ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ibẹ̀ yẹn sílẹ̀ ṣe rí èyí tí olóyè ti dìde yẹn iṣẹ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì nìyẹn. That is where the government is meant to come in and make sure they neutralize anyone that wants to become impediment on our lives. America don't joke with anybody to feed that problem. This man went to say Yoruba nation has come to stay because we're going to be working together to achieve freedom and prosperity. So, iti olóyè fi dìde láti lọ represent wa tínú wa fi ń dùn ìjọba Nàìjíríà àbí ìjọba state ló yẹ kó ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. But because we don't have the government in place to do that, in tó fi wọ́n lóyè dìde nìyẹn. Mo kí brother mi Abiodun George, mo kí bàbá wa Dohomo Usu, mo dẹ̀ kí bàbá wa Shitu Ọmọ́wùmí. And that is the reason why we are grateful to Olóyè, because he stood when àwọn tó jẹ́ kó dúró fún wa. So now tá bá lọ wo àwọn videos tí à ń gbọ́ of recent, one was sent to me. I'm going to play it now. I don't know whether it's the current one or it's been the old one, but gbogbo gbala ń sọ pé security. We hope that our state governors will do whatever they have to do in terms of security. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ video ìdí ẹ̀. And I'm sure most of us have seen the video one way or the other. So we're just gonna move. Kakọ gbọ́ ntí ya ìfi sọ briefly.
Information about me share ẹ dànù. Ẹ share ẹ pátápátá kẹjọ. Kẹ bá ṣe ń wọlé mo fi títóbi Ọlọ́run bá bẹ̀yìn. Ẹ máa bá mi share ẹ share. Ìṣẹ́jú péréte ni mo ní láti lò ń bí. Torí pé àsìkò tí mo fi kàn lọ gba yọ̀ǹda láti lọ dá omi mu. Láti lè
ẹgbọ́n sókè àti gbogbo tẹ́ ń sọ ẹgbà gbọ́n sókè ní kíá
lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ òní mo ní àṣírí tí mo fẹ́ bẹ́ fún gbogbo èèyàn kíákíá bó ṣe ọṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ṣe ní Ọ̀wọ̀ kó má bàa tún lè ṣe mo wà lára lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹjọ́ nítorí títóbi Ọlọ́run mo bẹ̀ yín ẹ̀yin ọmọ ìyá mi gbogbo ibi tẹ́ bá wà káàkiri àgbáyé tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ lédè ni tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ẹni tó jẹ́ pé èdè kan náà lájọ ń sọ ìwọṣọ wa bákan náà ni ìsọ̀rọ̀ wa bákan náà ni ìrísí wa bákan náà ni àárín inú gbọ́ à ń jẹ́ inú gbọ́ àárín inú à ń ṣèkà lóru ẹ tó bá dáa fún wa máa ń dá sí ẹjọ́ tẹ́ bá ti wọlé máa bá mi pín kíákíá mi ò ní àsìkò mo ní àṣírí tí mo fẹ́ sọ nípa Buhari estate tó wà ní Àgémowó ní Èkó ló ní ọ̀nà Badagry expressway gbogbo èèyàn tó bá wà ń bẹ pátápátá ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n kó ammunition sí o ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n kó ohun ìjà elérò tí wọ́n fẹ́ fi gbogbo ìbọn ní nǹkan kan tó fẹ́ fi ṣe gbogbo èèyàn lọ́ṣẹ́ tí wọ́n yẹ pé wọ́n fẹ́ dá wàhálà alẹ̀ kán ba Èkó jẹ́ torí inú ń bí wọn pé wọ́n fẹ́ fa wàhálà bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti anytime from now ẹjọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe wọlé ẹ má bá mi pín ẹjọ́ èèyàn tó.
Some of us have listened to that video. My own is the state governors should beef up the security and protect many of our people within the Southwest. As I'm going to be winding down this particular afternoon section, because it's already an hour, 28 minutes. We have not done our full broadcast in a short while, but hopefully we'll catch up and be doing that. But one thing is, we will make sure that on this platform, our focus remain the same, self-determination. But I don't want us to keep that mind, to Fulani, to Nigeria. No. There is so many reasons. And one of the major reasons is the identity theft. Moki Baba Shokoto, Moki Baba John Ogundele, Egbomi Peter Oladele, Moki Yakusha Takuntaku, Moki wa security brothers and sisters were Nile Atiloko, Moki Mr. Bas Sahid. I'm just appreciating some of you because I'm winding down right now because I have to look after, the little ones and some other things that needs to be done so that I'm not using my own to disturb them. Moki Truth and Questions. Moki Bishop Adesina for joining us. Gani Oloyede Moki. Moki Yamilen Konsi. Moki Baba Professor Adebanji Akitoye, the oracle of our time. Safety domain, our number one priority is the preservation of our identity so that we can realize our potential and take our place in the global affairs. That should be our main priority. Sherry, all other issues Tigbuba man discuss around the world. Atenitoshi wa nínú Nigeria. Akoko gbọ́dọ̀ preserve who we are. But interlefi preserve ni pé ká pull out. Mo kí Mr. Idris. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn GR1. Mo kí our Grace Olúṣòótọ́ Ẹ̀kọ́ ara Fẹ́rakù. Mo kí grandma àwọn family tí ọmọ ṣaláìsí going to Nigeria ní Bodija. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun, I know you've been very busy, but I know you're with us in spirit, and I know many of you listen to my repeat broadcast. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bàbá wa ní live. Mo kí our Bisola Miriam. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram. Láyọ̀ ẹnìkankan kúrò. Shout out to those of you on the Twitter space. I know it's been a while, that we haven't touched the Twitter space, but I'm sure some of you that are following us on the other side. Mo kí bàbá wa a follower. We are all one. We might have disagreement. There's no doubt about it. Conservative, liberal, blah, blah. But one thing is, we need to pull out of Nigeria first. I want this side, just like the British citizens. The British citizens decide among themselves who become their representatives and who is not. True, proper election. But Tabashi sọ pé àwa nù Nigeria, à ń bínú sáwọn Igbo, à ń bínú sáwúsá, àdèjọ wà nù Nigeria. Ẹ kò máa bínú síra yín ni. We can have our own space, and whoever wants to, just like I am living with the Ibole mi bagbe now. Emi come on ìlú now, and I cannot claim this country. It's not mine. Àjòjì ni mí ní bíbáyìí. Kódà kí ní British passport gan àjòjì sì ni mí, because wàá máa jẹ́ kó yé mi pé ìjọba ìlú wọ̀lú yìí o rẹ́kọ̀dì wà, just like bá a ṣe mọjọ́ tí Tinubu wọnú America, because ó ti change gbogbo date. But that is not where we are going now. What we are saying is that inti safety domain sọ yẹn òun ló yẹ kó jẹ́ priority wa. Number one priority ni pé preserve our identity. Kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ preserve identity yẹn if we still continue to be in Nigeria, because Nigeria is the impediment. Kò fẹ́ jẹ́ ká preserve identity yẹn because ó overshadow the real identity. Every time tó bá bí mi nísìnyí pé where are you from? Nigeria. Oh, Yoruba? No. Igbo? Oh, no. You're Hausa? That means that automatically I am representing Nigeria as an identity. When Toyeko bring me, where are you from? Oh, I am from Ile-Ife. I am from Oduduwa Republic, Yoruba nation. Oh, which side is that? Is in Africa. But right now, automatically we are Nigerians. Oh, we are from Africa, West Africa. Why do you think that could possible pé a lè dissolve it? Oh, possible now. Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn representative wa, ẹ jẹ́ káwọn gbé bill wọnú House of Assembly, kó gbé wọnú Senate pé àwa Yorùbá o, a ṣe mọ́ o. Àwọn gangan ni impediment fún wa. Ìyẹn làwa kan ṣe máa ń sọ pé ọ̀nà yìí ọ̀nà tó dání. But àwọn tó jẹ́ olóṣèlú púpọ̀ nínú wọn dẹ̀ ló ti ń kú lọ́n lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Àgbàdúrà kú fáwọn tó kù. Kọ́lọ̀ fún gbogbo wọn lẹ́mìí gúngùn. But we cannot see ibo ni Burújí Kàṣámù wà nísìn. Burújí Kàṣámù tó ń náwó rẹpẹtẹ níjẹ̀bú-Òde àbí ní ọ̀rẹ́ bàbí tó wà. Níbo ló wà? Ṣó set up anything sílẹ̀ nísìn ta lè camp. Kódà foundation tó bá ní gan sẹ̀, I'm sure foundation yẹn á ti lulẹ̀. Ibo ni Ajímọ̀bí wà nísìn. Akérédolú náà máa sin ní month àfẹ́ mú yìí nísìn. Inú month yìí náà lọ́ máa sin Akérédolú àti wà ní calm down. I think his burial is coincident pẹ̀lú ti burial ìyàwó Olóyè Ìgbòho, màmá wọn tó kú. That machine ní 23rd and 20. The gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ń béèrè pé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ another video kan tí sister wa commercial Sherry commercial kò gbọ́dọ̀ kú. Let me put this out to us. She doesn't come out without Oloye telling her to do so. Just like I will not come out without Oloye telling us to do so. She's one of the planning committee. Èmi ò sí lára member planning committee òkú. Àwọn tó jẹ́ planning committee, they will also be coming out and be giving us updates. I know some of you are saying, I think give itinerary Olóyè. Tá bá give itinerary síta, a sọ fún yín pé yẹn la máa lò. We can say whatever we want to say. In tó bá wọn ìjọba àti àwọn tó fẹ́ prepare evil wọn, oníkan máa lọ prepare. But whether they like it or not, òkú yẹn máa wọlé. Ó dẹ̀ máa di sísìn nínú oṣù yìí. Àti wà nínú oṣù yẹn báyìí, èyí ni first. so gbogbo yẹn tẹ́ ń wà concern pẹ̀lú olóyè ọ̀run yabọ̀ ni gbogbo yẹn fọkàn yín balẹ̀ ọ̀run yabọ̀ ni ṣé ọmọ apá gbogbo aníjọ yẹn ni pé torí afẹ́ wá sí òkú ṣáṣápá afẹ́ wá jà níjẹ́ bókù la fẹ́ wá sí kò dẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation là ń gbé bọ̀ òkú la fẹ́ wá sí but ìyá Yorùbá nation là ń bọ̀ wá sí so gbogbo yẹn tẹ́ ń bẹ̀rù tẹ́ ń pè wá lẹ́yìn tẹ́ ń fún wa ní ẹ̀yin gan fúnra wọn ẹ̀ fún wa ní concern tí kò necessary and I've said it bí gbàtẹ́ pa ti mọ̀ náà ni mo ní mo fẹ́ kí ni kankan ríran kankan ẹ má ríran ẹni tó bá ríran ẹbí Ọlọ́run fúnra yẹn ẹ fi ríran sílẹ̀ I'm not gonna here to wash down ẹni tó ríran but à ń bọ̀ ń lé ni mo sọ kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tó máa yà tó máa change ẹ̀ ọ̀run yabọ̀ ní ní tó bá fi ṣẹlẹ̀ ní kó ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo pé ẹ̀ ń dẹ́rùbà wá yẹn àwa kọ́ là ń dẹ́rùbà yín wọ́n wọlé nísìn wọ́n pa ọba ṣé mọ̀ pé òyìn kan send message sí mi nísìn wọ́n ti raise ẹ̀rí tẹ̀ máa ń pa mí ṣá máa end the program in 10 minutes tó bá ti di 5 lọ́dọ̀ wa èmi ní mò ń raise owó fún crowdfunding àbí GoFundMe ni mò ń ṣe mo ní ẹ̀ dáwó fún mi láti jọ́ tí mo ti ní ká dáwó nísìn ṣé mọ̀ fáwọn èèyàn dáwó bí àyàn bíi mélòó kan ti bá lọ sí page yẹn nísìn amóye èèyàn tó dáwó raise £1,000 lórí ẹ̀ wọ́n wá ń raise owó fún àwọn ọmọ tó kó lọ ṣẹ́rí pé Nàìjíríà ìzàwà yìí mo ń try láti ṣọ́rọ̀ sọ especially pẹ̀lú incident Èkìtì yẹn because ó wà touching especially pẹ̀lú ọmọ kéékèèké I mean there's nothing wrong in that but ṣé wàá da ká raise owó ká máa náà raise 100 million àwa lọ set up crowdfunding ká máa dáwó síbẹ̀ àfi fi gba àwọn èèyàn sílẹ̀ so tó bá ti tọ́ àwọn kan náà lọ àtúndáwó fún wọn àwa wá ń dáwó fáwọn criminals èmi dẹ̀ ní kẹ́ dáwó fún àwa ká tètè enlighten àwọn tó wà lẹ́kìtì ká ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn bàbá lẹ́kìtì ká ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn tíìmù wọn tó wà níbẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn other Yorùbás láti lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n ní understanding pé àbá APC ìjà àmọ́ irú ìyá tó sọ pé APC ní ọba yẹn ní kó dìbò fún ọ yes ọba lè sọ pé kó dìbò but èmi lè sọ fún yàrá yẹn pé bí ọba yẹn kò ní understanding pé àwọn olóṣèlú ẹ̀ kó máa gbàṣẹ lábẹ́ ọba bí Àgàgù ṣe sọ ṣé nílùú yìí olóṣèlú ló ń dictate fún ọba ìlú yìí wọn ò ní understanding ni reason táwa ṣe máa wá lọ bá wọn ìyá yẹn àwa ṣe àlàyé explanation fún wọn but right now àwa tún dáwó terrorist ṣe rí i pé nǹkan kan ti ṣe wá kódà former minister for kíni ẹ̀ tẹ̀ ń jẹ́ Isa Patami ṣe mọ̀ pé náà ọ̀rẹ́ òun ló dá 50 million tó gbé fáwọn terrorist tó fi gba àwọn tó jí l'Àbújá àwa ń dáwó fáwọn yẹn wá ní more weapon wọ́n wà very powerful àwa dẹ̀ wà lórí bíbá nísìn àníkẹ́ dáwó ẹ̀ ní dáwó ẹ̀ sọ pé ẹ̀ lówó lọ́wọ́ no problem èmi kọ́ mọ̀ pé gbogbo wọn ta máa lò nígbà tó bá di orí M1 kò dẹ̀ sí pé àníbọ́ sórí M1 yẹn kò sí bá ńlá ẹni tó lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ M1 yẹn ò ní wáyé pé ta fẹ́ fi lọ èmi ti sọ ó máa wáyé ìgbà tó fẹ́ wáyé láì tí mọ̀ nǹkan kan dẹ̀ ló máa trigger ó lè jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà economy ó lè jẹ́ nǹkan kan ni ó lè jẹ́ pé nǹkan mi táàtẹ̀ expect ló máa jẹ́ kó trigger so pé àní bọ́ sórí M1 yẹn ó ti tán and you saw that already so ọ̀rọ̀ pé kò ní bọ́ sórí M1 yẹn we are all joking ó máa bọ́ sórí M1 ìgbà tó fẹ́ dé làmọ́ ni mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí I hope I've mentioned everybody mo kí bàbá wa Saheed Jimoh ìyá mi Bọ́ládé mo kí yín ẹ máa tọ́jú owó yín dáadáa no problem tó bá yá àtolówó ẹ̀yin kọ́ ni mo bá wí nísìnyí o ṣe ráwọn olówó wa ẹ̀ ń tọ́jú owó pamọ́ ẹ̀ ń tọ́jú owó yín pamọ́ ẹ̀ túbọ̀ tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ nígbà tí ṣé United Nations ní terrorist bomb ní Abuja níjọ́ òní ẹ jẹ́ kó bọ́ǹbù Central Bank nísìn ìyẹn ní Tinubu ọmọ lódò ọdẹ ìyẹn ti agbọ́n tiẹ̀ òyà ní kó bá wọn múùfù CBN wá sí Èkó tí ó bá tẹ̀ bọ́ǹbù Abuja kóun lè mọ̀ pé ti tèkó ṣe operate mo ti sọ fún Tinubu pín security ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá mọ̀ èmi ò mọ̀ and I don't need to know him but àwọn kan ń gbọ́ wa tí ẹ mọ̀ wọ́n dáadáa ẹ sọ fún pé mo ní military ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà nísìn kó divide sọ́nà mẹ́ta àbọ̀nà mẹ́rin kó díẹ̀ wá sísàlẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ tiwa gbogbo barracks wa tán ní kò sí kankan níbẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kó kó kan síbẹ̀ helicopter ni fighter jet ni tàbá ní méjì kó fún àwa lẹ́yọ kan kó gbé ẹyọ kan sókè kódà tó bá di wàhálà àwa náà lè rí nǹkan ta lè fi defend ara ìyẹn táwọn olóṣèlú àti àwọn àtàwọn ọba bá sọ pé àwọn ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wá ráwọn ọba wa ẹ̀bẹ̀ táwa ń bẹ̀ yín kàn nísìn ni pé gbogbo ala ti rí kan tó ń lọ nísìn a ti agree pé misunderstanding wà láàrin gbogbo wa báwa ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ kò yé yín báwa náà ṣe rí pé kò yé yín ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé olóṣèlú lẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé gbogbo yín ti tẹ̀lé Tinubu nísìn gbogbo èèyàn ọba pátá yàtọ̀ sí bí ọba bí méjì mẹ́ta kan gbogbo ilẹ̀ endorse Tinubu pátá ó ti wà níbẹ̀ nísìn ẹ sọ fún Tinubu pé kó jẹ́ òun ló máa jẹ́ the last president tá a máa rí ní Nàìjíríà tó bá lọ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ èmi ò ní fẹ́ nú mi sùn kankan but etí gbogbo wa máa ṣe abẹ́kùn wa ló wà mo máa ń ká àwọn kọ́mẹ̀ntì yìí hey shut up ẹnu ló ní bí àjàkàrà no problem ẹnu náà mo ní bí àjàkàrà jẹ́ n kọ́kọ́ fi ẹnu yẹn kí n fi kọ́kọ́ destroy Nàìjíríà sórí ẹnu mi yẹn màá kọ́kọ́ fi destroy Nàìjíríà torí pé ìyá máa jẹ ṣé gèsì lára kí a tó wọnú ọdún yìí pátápátá by December 4,000 naira lẹ́ máa ra dọ́là láṣẹ̀dùmarè ni mo sọ ìyá máa jẹ gbogbo wa èmi náà ní family níbẹ̀ tó bá béèrè 20,000 máa fún wọn ní 5,000 kọ́ọ̀ tó wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan ní sin family mi ni owó lọ́ fi gbèrè lọ́wọ́ mi tí bá ní tí n bá ní àlùbáríkà gbogbo wa epo máa wọ́n gbogbo ẹ̀ máa wọ́n àwa kó gbogbo wa sójú títì gbogbo àwa bọ́ sójú títì àwa shut it down completely bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn ẹni pé ní play gbogbo wa la máa jẹ breakfast ṣẹwárẹ̀ ẹ̀yin olówó ẹ̀yin máa tètè sá lọ pọ̀ púpọ̀ ní yóò ní sá lọ gbogbo wa lájọ máa wà nù Nàìjíríà olówó tó bá ká mọ́ Nàìjíríà tó bá ká Davido mọ́ Nàìjíríà jọ máa wà ń bẹ̀ ni kò ní gbé flight ẹ̀ jáde ni mo sọ wà láìta láìsí mọ́bi láìláìsí lárúwà lásìkò yẹn bá tó jẹ́ẹ̀tì Davido ní fly kò ní sí jẹ́ẹ̀tì kankan tó máa kúrò láàrin Èkó jẹ́ẹ̀tì yín a máa make sure pé a lọ́kẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀ ní gbé jáde torí à ń pariwo nísìnyí òyìnbó wá ṣeré ní London ẹ̀yin à ń sọ fún pé Nàìjíríà ò ṣiṣẹ́ torí pé ẹ̀yin wà okay ẹ̀ ń sọ fún wa pé kò sí problem gbogbo wa pátá ló máa affect when that time comes ó lè jẹ́ ọdún kan ó lè jẹ́ ọdún méjì but ọ̀rọ̀ tá à ń fà ó máa di ìyí tí ṣòwò rẹ sọ yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ àtàwa self determination àti revolution gbogbo wa sì máa join hand together a máa shut Nigeria down ni mo sọ ìgbà tó máa wáyé láì tí mọ̀ wà láìta láìsímọ́ bí láìláìsílá hùwà ẹ sọ pé lọ́la ń pa àwọn kì í ṣe àwọn Afẹ́nifẹ́re àwọn bàbá yẹn ti gbìyànjú tiwọn they have done their best we are praying for them kọ́lọ̀ ń lọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀mí bàbá wa kó túbọ̀ pẹ́ fún wa bàbá yẹn ò tí ì lọ nísìnyí o bàbá Adébánjọ ẹ máa pẹ́ fún wa ẹ kò síkú kankan Ìbà Gani Adams ẹ túbọ̀ máa bá wa múra sílẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ OPC gbogbo wa máa di one body àti Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà àti OPC o àti díso àti kíjàtó gbogbo wa máa jẹ́ one body a máa shut down Nàìjíríà ìgbà yẹn láì tí mọ̀ ọmọ àlè tó bá wà láàrin wa tó bá sọ pé tó bá tó àsìkò yẹn tó bá kọjú ìjà sí wa ìwọ la máa kọ́kọ́ mú lọ wà láìtàlá ìsúnmọ́ mi láìláṣí làhùwà ìwọ la máa kọ́kọ́ mú lọ torí pé ìwọ ni impediment tó fẹ́ jẹ́ ká lọ àwọn òyìnbó lórí burúkú ni wọ́n bọ́ ṣe ń fìyà jẹ wá níta bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́n fìyà jẹ yín nínú ilé àwa ń jápa à ń náwó rẹpẹtẹ à ń wá sí bíbà à ń wá sínú system tí kò ń ṣe tiwa Yorùbá nation tá gbé dání òun nìkan ni solution any other thing is not going to work mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí mo kí ọmọdé mo kí gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà ẹ ṣé gan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun Ọ̀nà for the super chat and it comes with Yorùbá sovereign nation is the only meaningful solution and the destination ẹ bá wa pé Tinubu gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ ṣe nínú kun ẹ̀ kó má sọ síta kó gbé sábẹ́kùn kó tètè execute ẹ̀ for me personally I don't believe him but fẹ́yìn tẹ́ believe ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn I don't trust him and I don't believe him we will do whatever we need to do to free ourselves from the bondage and the shackle tí wọ́n kó wa sínú ẹ̀ Yorùbá máa bọ́ ìgbà tó máa jáde láì tí mọ̀ ó máa mú ìtàjẹ̀ sílẹ̀ díẹ̀ wá à ń bẹ Ọlọ́run pé kó máa pọ̀ ni ẹ lọ́ máa múra sílẹ̀ nígbà tó bá máa wáyé torí pé tàbá di pé wẹ́dẹ́ lẹ́ máa ní ẹ àsọ fún yín everybody should go and prepare their mind torí pé this pain ó ti ń affect àwa kan ó ń affect wa seriously èmi ò mọ̀ nípa tẹlòmíì èmi sọ ti pé mi and I'm an independent media mo ń sọ tèmi ni o mo sọ tẹlòmíì ìtòlùkàlùkù bí Nàìjíríà ṣe ń ṣe sí ó yàtọ̀ ẹlòmíì rí jẹ lára government èmi ò rí jẹ lára government àwọn olówó wa tó dẹ̀ kọ́ support wa gbogbo yín dákẹ́ ẹ̀ ń wò wá lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ ń ṣe pé kò kàn yín Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹlẹ̀ ní fẹ́ sájáde nígbà yẹn àfikẹ́yà wà lábroad nígbà tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ torí ẹlòmíì nù yín àjọ máa wà nínú ẹ̀ ni nobody is going anywhere ó dẹ̀ easy láti shut down èyí tó kù àgbésábẹ́kùn mo kí gbogbo adé nǹkan sí o mo kí ẹ happy new month mo kí ẹ̀ ń tẹ́wà lórí mixlr tàbá tún lè jáde lálẹ́ fine tí bá ti lè jáde a jẹ́ pé ó tún di ọ̀la nìyẹn continue to love the program and share it and distribute it in accordance to wherever it needs to go bẹ́ẹ̀ ni M1 òun nìkan ni ọ̀nà àbáyọ láti lè tètè free ara wa tó bá dóde United Nations olórí burúkú ni United Nations olórí burúkú gbáà ni wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ olórí burúkú institution ni torí pé wọ́n ń pa àwọn èèyàn over 30,000 ọmọ ló ti pa ní Palestine United Nations rí kankan ṣe sí o tẹ́ bá dóde United Nations ẹ máa dúró ti dàìdí kankan so bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn have a very good afternoon enjoy the rest of the evening Yoruba Nation no going back ní ọjọ́ mẹ́sàn-án lẹ́ni wọ́n máa launch Yoruba youth website tó dẹ̀ máa wáyé láṣẹ̀dùmarè mo kí gbogbo Koikimedia backup team àwa tí ń gbáradì fòkú ìyá Ìgbòho gbogbo tá a bá lè ṣe I need the 3 million ààrẹ ni fún wa lówó so but we will still do the little we can do on that day àwọn tíìmù àti travel lọ níjẹta gbogbo àwọn kan tí mo ní kọ́ lọ bá mi ṣe kọ́ lọ bá mi check wọ́n ti ṣe nítorí ní láti ṣe wọ́n ti fún mi ní reporter àdẹ̀ ṣe meeting tiwa lọ we are trying our best but ẹ má wọrẹ́ ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé lọ gbogbo yín pátá lẹ máa rí lórí Koikimedia àtàwọn media tó kù I cannot speak on behalf of other media I can only speak on behalf of my own team torí èmi mo mọ ẹ tó ń cost mi gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ ń rí tẹ́ ń gbọ́ Koiki yẹn Arise television lo fídíò mi nísìn tẹ̀síà ṣáà gbọ́ Koiki níbẹ̀ ó lè tó ń jábọ́ lápò mi látara kékeré tí mo ní mo ń febi panú so I cannot speak on behalf of all other medias but I cannot bring them down kólúkálukú prepare àwa máa ṣe wọn bá ta lè ṣe fún ti olóyè Ìgbòho láṣẹ Èdùmàrè with or without the resources ìtàbá nínú la máa lò lágbára Elédùmarè mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí o bye for now. Òmìnira ní kẹ́ ká máa lépa tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára ọmọ Odùduwà ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀ àwa ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀ Yoruba Nation Yoruba Nation Yoruba Nation now. Thank you so much. And as usual, this is where we end the program this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of the day. And as usual, we play these so that we can start closing the broadcast one at a time. Mukiba Tajuddin, who are World Unite for United Nations. Felatifi Konibeni. Ede sọ pé no revolution, no peace. Ẹ fún wa ní peace. Tẹ́ bá rí fún wa ní peace. Ẹ̀yin gan ni ẹ ní rí ìsinmi. Níta máa fojú yín rí lórí social media lójoojúmọ́. Especially lórí platform wa. Èpè bí èpè lẹ máa gbà nígbà míì. Easy. Mo kí ẹ dáadáa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni èèyàn ti gbowó ṣá. Mo kí gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ ti gbaṣọ tó lóye Ìgbòho ó dà wọ́n ní kò tẹ̀ ṣaṣọ mọ́ báyìí tó bá ti ráṣọ tó máa wọ̀ white wá à ń bọ̀ ni mo sọ kò sẹ́ni tó máa dá wa dúró ẹni máa kú ẹni máa yè ohun lọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ńlẹ̀ yìí ẹ̀yin dẹ̀lẹ́ máa kú ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú politician tẹ́ kó wa sínú ìdààmú gbogbo yín pátá ẹ sáré nígbà tásìkò bá tó àsìkò yàn tí tó ẹ yá kọ́kọ́ ṣànkú tọ́ná ká tó tú wọnú iṣẹ́ padà mo kí bàbá Akíntóyè o ẹ kú rọjú ẹ kú àdúró tí ọmọ Yorùbá mo kí gbogbo ẹ bàbá tó kù náà bye for now. You want to are confused. The love is too much. The love is too much. Thank you so much.